Hello, class. Welcome to the Scout Sunday. Hello. Hello. Oh, I have a book. I know. I look so knowledgeable right now. Yes, I see. In my book, to the third exponent, y equals mx plus b. What is the scientific equation of my nuts? My nuts. I'm just kidding, guys. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh my god, Scout Sunday is truly real. It's real, breads. It's actually happening. Let me twirl my ice drink. Oh, yes. What are we learning today? What are we burning today? Today I'm going to teach you about arson and how to commit it. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. Hello, breads. Welcome in. We're going to do some serious learning. I don't know why I look like that. Can I stop looking like this? Why do I look like this? Stop it! Stop it! I have a condition. I'm eternally winking. I stuck when I look over there. Why is it? You guys, you have to trust your teacher, okay? Trust my education. I have a background in campfires, actually. Okay. Alright. Listen up. Let me clear my throat like a teacher. Today, we are learning. You guys read my handwriting? Learning. Get the pink marker. Fire! Fire! You guys excited? Here. Like this, and like this, and then and then there's a log over here. And this is me sitting down on the log, with my shrimp posture. Yeah, that's me. And then this is a stick. And then you are right here. On the stake. Today we are learning this. Please follow my illustration closely and precisely. Yes, good job. You're doing really good. A+ for you. Golden star. Sorry, I just got back from eating chicken and potatoes and carrots. With nothing else. It was just that. A very simple dinner. A very, very simple dinner. As your educator, I should be a good role model. I had a very nice protein-heavy dinner tonight, folks. Yeah. Anyway, today we are learning the art of fire. Now, how many of you have made a fire before? It could have been accidental. It could have been on purpose. It could have been intentional. It doesn't matter what state you were in when you made this fire. I don't think I'm at the right state of mind, I'll be honest. Why do I look like that? Stop! Oh, God. Don't look at me. Like a house fire? Sure. Is that on your resume of fire creations? You almost burned a laundry room once. Did you have a battery in the dryer? I've seen videos of that. It goes kaboom. You lit a candle! Everyone, golf clap for this piece of bread who lit a candle. Good job. I'm proud of you. That's a really, really good start, little bread. Burned a candle. It's really cool. For legal reasons, you have never committed my arson? Arson? Nice, alright. Bed set on fire. How? Was it a power outlet? What? You won a fire building competitions once during scout camp? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna be judged in this stream. I'm being very close perceived by the fire pros. You had an oil lamp that fell! Why are you using an oil lamp in this day and age? Have you watched Better Call Saul? What happens with oil lamps? Oh. Yes, indeedy do. It looks like a lot of breads are rather experienced with the handling of fire. I see it. So, today, class, I know, I understand that I'm a little late. I had a house tour today. I toured a house. And I shook the real estate's hand. And I realized I haven't shaken my hand in a long time. I haven't shaken somebody's hand in a very long time. So when I reached in for the kill, I didn't even say my name is. I got so nervous. I reached out for her hand. We groped each other. And then I said, Rye! I didn't even say my name is Rye. I shook hand and I said, Rye! Not the very best social interaction I've had. I'm very nervous all the time. And then she's like, why did I say that? But, Rye! Oh, okay. Ew! Oh, okay. Yeah, you done that too? Shake hand. Rye! That's all. Sorry, did you just say we groped each other? I mean, yeah. We touched skin. We fondled our palms. It was a very intimate action. Look, Bread, you're too young for this. You'll find out later in life. Okay? I put my mold spores all over her. She's just gonna start spreading any minute now. Anyway, I'm colonizing Florida. That's all you gotta know. Anyway, so welcome to the classroom, Breads. Yeah, so today we're gonna learn the art of fire. The art of fire. Now, I have compiled a list of videos. And no, I am not... I can confirm that I am at a good state of mind to do this. I am completely sober. I am completely... You know what? Anyway. I have compiled a list of videos for us to watch together. I'm going to take notes. Oh, sure. Thank you for the subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you. As I was saying, I compiled a list of videos. I have not seen them. I kind of just like skid through it. But today we're going to learn together. For the YouTube watchers, please do... I'm gonna read out the description of my YouTube descriptor. Okay. Oh my god, Daniel realized! Oh, I just realized my emotes are muted. Thank you for the gift and member members. Thank you, Daniel realized. Thank you. Okay, so disclaimer. I am not a certified survival expert or fire safety professional. The information shared is based on personal experience, research, and community knowledge. This is necessary. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the 20 gifted. What the fuck? That's so nice. Thank you. What the heck? Oh my gosh. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, don't need arigatos. I'm losing my train of thought. It is not my stream. Now, please take this seriously, Breads. Put on your serious face. Don't Please don't do that stare emoji. It scares me. So, my streams, my quote, learning together, my Scout Sunday streams. It is not a substitute for professional training or advice. So, don't listen to me. And, don't do anything at home. Don't try anything at home, okay? Without any proper training or supervision, okay? Don't look at me like that. Also, safety is #1 priority, okay? Alright, I'm just a little brat. I'm gonna learn some stuff, and we're here for the ride. We're here for the journey. Okay? Don't do anything at home. No. No arson, no fire. No. We're gonna be nice to each other. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. You can't get a degree in breadology? We'll be talking about bread later in the stream, as you will see. No, don't go in the woods and light a fire. No! Light the beacons! The breads are going crazy! Alright, we're gonna learn together. We're gonna take some notes. Well, I'm gonna take notes. You are not obliged. Thank you for the favorite forever! Thank you for the 1 month! Thank you, 𝗱𝗁𝗲. Where there's smoke, they pinch back. That reminded me of the snack that smiles back, goldfish. The snack that smiles back, goldfish. Thank you for the 1 month. Alright. So breads. I have a piece of paper. Check it out. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the piece of paper? Oh no. Oh no. Ah, right here! I will be taking notes. No, please, you don't have to feel forced to take notes. You don't have to, okay? You can just watch. But if you want to take notes, that's like going the extra mile. Now, I do want to say, for participating, as in watching the stream, at the end of the stream, I have a badge for you. It is a badge that you will earn in the Discord server, in our bread bank. So if you want a Scout Sunday badge at the end of the stream, you can redeem it. You can redeem it on the Discord. Yeah, so we have little badges. Each little badge for attending every Scout Sunday. So at the end of the stream, I'll show you guys what you got. Yeah! Hiya! Hiya! I want one! Okay. Whoa. We're gonna have to go through the class first, okay? Okay. So I have my notes. And we're gonna start with the very, very basic videos. Okay, you're gonna feel like you're gonna be in like scout camp or something. Okay, we're gonna start off with a very, very basic video, and I may or may not make fun of them for the acting. I watched like the first 10 seconds of this video, and I was like, oh, I gotta show the breads this. Now, we're going to take this experience as a learning experience, and you know, sup up all the information, because I legitimately will be using this information for when I do go camping. So I need to sup in this information, so one day when the time comes, I'm gonna be playing with fire. I need to know what I'm doing. Yes, you're a sponge. Oh, that's good. I'm totally not a sponge. I don't sup in information as easily. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you guys were in scout camp. Oh my god. Alright, are we ready? Are we ready, breads? We're gonna watch the first video. Shut up, music. Why is the music still playing? Am I crazy or is the music still playing? What the? Okay, I'm just gonna mute it. Okay. Here we go. Put us in, coach. The first video. Let me know how the volume is.
Hey, Mom! We're up here!
You guys hear? You guys hear the volume?
Here we come!
They pretending we're using like the projector. The teacher's projector. Why should you look at me like that? They're called what's called bouldering.
Fun.
Wow.
I know they've been training hard for this, but I'm still nervous.
Fun! This is me in Rainbow Six Siege when I'm rappelling down a building and gonna kill some enemies, some bad guys.
Hey, Mom, did you see that?
Rappel
That was
in!
amazing.
You kids are something else.
All right, are you ready, Jessie? Hey, everybody, I'm Joey.
Hey,
I'm
Joey.
Jessie.
Hi,
And we're
Jessie.
members of the Heat team.
Oh
The
shit!
program educates
They
people
bring
of
the
all
heat!
ages on the dangers of fire,
Oh.
teaching them to take a
Oh.
personal responsibility for
Oh.
themselves,
Okay, I gotta
their
take notes.
families, their
Oh, shit.
homes, and their surroundings. The Heat team,
The
helping you
Heat
make
team,
good
bring the
decisions
heat.
about fire safety.
Alright, I'm gonna take my notes. Okay. Alright, I'm ready.
We talked my mom Angie into taking us camping. This gives us a good opportunity to talk about campfire safety.
What?
Well, I have done a lot of camping, but we are on an important mission this time.
Okay.
We all like a nice campfire, but many people just don't know how to enjoy them safely.
So, Angie, you said we should get our wood at the ranger station and not just gather it in the woods. Why is that?
Great question,
Why is that,
Jessie.
Angie?
The wood laying on the forest floor may be home to many plants and animals, so it's best left alone. It's usually moist and rotting
That's
anyway.
so true, Angie.
Here comes the park ranger. He's
Oh,
agreed to
hey,
give us a quick
Ranger!
interview.
Hello, Ranger Smith.
Hey, Ranger!
Hi,
I see
Ranger
s-
Smith. We were just talking about how the wood on the forest floor isn't the best choice for a campfire.
The wood.
Is there any other
on the
reason we may want to buy
forest
our wood at the campfire?
What?
Why, yes, there is, Jessie. There's an infestation that's threatening our forests. It's a beetle called the emerald ash borer, and it
What?
does a lot of damage.
What?
If we can prevent the spread of those little insects, maybe we can protect these beautiful trees.
I'm all for that. Now I know we need to make sure that we are even allowed to build a campfire where we are camping. Here at this campground, we are allowed to only build a fire in a fire ring.
Oh,
have this
firing.
First, we need to know what the weather's
I've done
gonna be
that.
like. If it's
I've-
windy enough outside to blow leaves around, well, that's too windy for a campfire.
Eh?
This looks like a good
Wind
spot, don't you
bag!
think?
Good. You found a nice piece of level ground.
That's not a ring
too
fire.
close to anything that'll burn. There's no hanging limbs and not much grass. We definitely want to avoid dry grass.
What's
Okay.
next?
Grab.
Next, we'll clear the area
grass bag.
and make a pit. Make it a reasonable size, about 3 feet across.
Awesome! Yeah! Oh my god, they're so fast at this. Whoa. This is real time, guys. This is real time. I don't know if I can compete with this. Okay, so make a satanic circle using stones.
Great job. I know Smokey Bear and his friends really appreciate
Ah.
what you're doing. I've got to get going, but Angie can take it from here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye. What was his name? They didn't even remember.
Okay, guys, now it's time to pick out the wood.
Okay,
So
Angie.
now we need 3 sizes of wood, right?
Yeah.
Tinder, kindling, and fuel wood?
Exactly right.
Tinder,
Now, which one is which?
This is
Kalina,
the tinder, here's the kindling, and the rest is fuel wood.
Nice.
fuel wood.
Now, before you start, make sure you have a bucket of water and a shovel handy to help in case there's a problem.
Always have
Is there any special way to stack the
bucket
wood
of
for the fire?
water.
Actually, there's a
and
couple
a
different
shovel.
ways, like the teepee and the log cabin. Here, I'll show ya.
Oh! Okay, we're gonna make a pee-pee. Sorry. We're gonna make a log cabin. A Jenga. I played Jenga.
What's important is that it has air to feed the fire and that your
Okay.
stack is no larger than 2 feet wide and 1 foot high.
I got it. So we can always put on more wood if we need to, right?
I don't got
You bet,
it.
Jessie. But make sure that your campfire flame is never more than 3 feet high and 3 feet wide.
Flame
That will give
can't
you plenty of
be
heat and
3
light.
feet
So,
high
are we ready to
or
light it?
wide.
I'm ready to eat.
Well, the stack looks great. Now
Good stack.
remember, an adult should always light the fire. An adult needs to stay with the fire at all times.
I'm an
and
adult.
The fire should only be lit.
I don't
if
need to
an
write
adult
this
can
down.
Stay with it until it's completely extinguished.
You can use a little paper to get it going.
The
Never
pee-pee
use lighter
fire.
fluid or gasoline. That's just a recipe for disaster.
What we need is a microwave.
All right, you guys back up now.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Okay, we're fine, we're fine.
Now remember, this fire is not a toy. No one should be allowed closer than 3 feet from it. And
I
no
broke
one should
this
be
rule
poking
before.
it or stirring it
I
without
broke this
adult
rule.
supervision.
Oh,
I heard
that's because
that
I'm an adult.
campfires are especially dangerous for little people. Our friend Maria at the burn center said many small children suffer from burns from getting too close to or stumbling near a campfire.
Unfortunately, that's
That's
true.
so sad.
We
Little
need to be
breads.
extra careful.
Little
when we
breads,
have
stay
little
away.
ones with us.
Is this trash okay to burn in the fire?
No!
Trash goes
Little
in the trash.
Timmy!
And recycling goes in
No!
recycling. Nothing
Sorry,
should
I
go
got
in the
angry.
fire pit, but what?
One last thing. Can you explain how to properly extinguish the fire?
Oh, of course.
She pulls out an
We take our
extinguisher.
shovel and we spread out the coals. Next, carefully
Spread
pour
out
water on top.
coals.
Then you can scoop up
Carefully
some dirt
pour
and
water.
place it
Why
on
am I
top of the
lagging?
coals. Then you can stir it up and add more water until the fire is totally out. Always make sure the fire is
Okay.
completely out before you leave or turn in for the night.
Thanks for the great day, Mom. I think we've all learned about
That-
how
that's
to
their
enjoy
mom?
campfire safely.
I'm glad that I could help.
I didn't know that.
Well, Jessie, have you had enough for one day?
Sure have.
I sure
Thank
have.
you so much. What do you say, Joey? Should we wrap this up?
Sounds good. While Mom puts out the fire, do you have any last words for the viewers?
You know I always do. Campfires are a wonderful way to enjoy the outdoors. They provide heat and light as well as a nice place to sit and visit. But
okay.
remember, only you can
Only
prevent
you
forest
can
fires.
provide forest
Well,
fires.
that's all we have, guys. Visit us next week and see what kind of adventures we take on. Say goodnight, Jessie.
Good night, Jessie.
Did I, Jessie? Did I say provide?
That's right. Get your smoky on.
Holy fucking jump scared me.
Campfires are a fun and popular family activity. With the
With a
respect for
proper
fire
respect for
and
fire and
responsible
responsible behavior,
they
they can be enjoyed
safely.
freely.
However, each year
However,
many children
I have
suffer from
dyslexia.
campfire or recreational fire-related burn injuries,
Burn
requiring
injuries
lengthy hospital
requiring
stays and
lengthy
many
hospital
surgeries,
stays and many
with
surgeries
lifelong
complications, including
amputation and even death.
Careful, breads.
Remember, you can
prevent wildfires and burn
injuries.
energies.
For more fire and life safety information, visit our website and look us up on
Thanks, Heat
Facebook.
Team. Thank you for spreading your knowledge. I appreciate it. Thank you for now I can be a better bread in the wilderness. Energies. All right, so that was the first video. Honestly, 10-10 acted. 10-10 acted, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think my favorite character was Smokey the Bear. I think that was pretty cool. So what did we learn from that video? No, you can't eat the coal. What's wrong with you? Did you learn anything? Okay, guys. I learned to provide forest fires. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yeah, burned breads are bad, okay? We don't want amputees. We don't want the crust falling off you guys. You don't want the glutinous maximus, like, you know, peeled off of you. You guys gotta hold on to your buns, okay? You gotta stay at least 3 feet away from fires with adult supervision, okay? My fires are ginormous. One Christmas, my dad got the Christmas tree and burnt it on fire, and then it was all burnt, and we left it there and it decayed, and it disappeared. I actually don't think I was supposed to say that. What are you supposed to do with Christmas trees, actually, now that I think about it? Where does it go? Outside? Oh, never mind. I need to be a good influence. I need to be a good influence. It was cool, though. We had, like, a big bonfire. Alright, so what did we learn in this video? Let's look at my notes. Let's recap. The wood on the forest floor is not good for wood. Okay, that makes sense. So, when you're in the forest, you should buy wood, ideally cut already by places that sell wood. Because if you cut down existing trees, you harm the environment and the pets around it, and the bugs. Okay. Next note: dry grass bad. Okay, yeah, wind bad and dry grass bad. So wind bad can be blowing leaves all over the place. They can be like, they can act like little torpedoes and stuff. So they set on fire and then they blow all over the place. And then dry grass is bad. I'm assuming because dry grass is likely flammable and dangerous. Some states provide tree removal right after Christmas, though. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. I've always wondered what parents do to get rid of the Christmas tree. All I knew was burning it. The police should sell firewood. It would give them something to do. What? Oh my god! Oh, that's crazy. Burning the tree at New Year's is more fun. Yeah, exactly. You dance around it and chant. Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. Alright, we learned how to be... Oh wait, I didn't finish. Make a satanic circle using stones. Okay, so this is essentially called, in my own words, a fire pit, a fire circle. And so when you guys come across existing campsites, it would be good if you use their fire circle. Yeah. You live on the coast that has a lot of beach fires and a ton of people just sell like bundles of cut. That's so nice. That's so nice. Yeah, bundles of cut wood would be a lot better than trying to like manhandle your own tree. Yeah, for sure. I always had a fake plastic tree for Christmas. Oh, I mean, you would just store that. You wouldn't burn it. You wouldn't burn it. That's plastic. That's bad for the ozone. Ooh, don't use wet stones. Oh, yeah. Use dry stones. Wet stone bad. It'll go... Hi, Rye. Hello. Ah! Anyway. Always shave a bucket of water. Oh, always have a bucket of water for emergencies and a shovel. I would assume the shovel is for like breaking the coal and stuff. And the camp flame can't be 3 feet or higher. I would think that this rule is subjective. Like it depends on each state. Some states even don't even allow you to have fire for campsites. Some campsites are just like fireless. They don't want you having fire. So be very wary of your state laws. And I broke this rule actually a lot. I think I played with flames absolutely higher than 3 feet. My bad. Yeah, don't put apple juice boxes in the fire, little Chimmy. Can I put this apple juice box in here? No. Bad. That's very bad. And then when you're done with the fire, break the coals, and then put water on it. Pour some water on it, and you should be good to go. Oh, bonfires at the beach sound so fun. Alright, on to the next page. Did you guys sub in some information? Did you learn something new with that video? I really enjoyed the very cliche video that was presented to us. We bring the heat! I like that one. Alright, the next video.
Campfires are one of the great joys when it comes to an outdoor lifestyle.
Thanks,
Not only do they
Wowak.
provide a safe haven in an emergency type situation, but they also provide relaxation.
Okay.
Whether it be by yourself just thinking about the day or hanging with a bunch of friends and telling some great stories, a campfire provides that much excitement. But no matter what the occasion for the campfire, with the campfire comes responsibility. And that responsibility is to manage your campfire appropriately. A properly managed campfire can dramatically reduce the risk of a forest fire. First, be sure not to build campfires in areas that prohibits fire.
True.
Many outdoor recreational areas, state parks, and national parks have postings at park entrances with the current status on fire making and fire bans. If you're not 100% sure of the rules, please contact the park office for the proper information. In past videos, we talked about choosing a proper campsite,
you don't want to
taking into consideration the 5 W's. wind, wood, water, widowmakers, and wildlife.
What? That was
this
so fast!
also pertains to being safe around camp. Wood fuels our
Wind,
fire all night
wood.
long, but
What did
wood
he say?
also fuels unwanted fires. Be sure to clear the area you are planning to set up camp of any downed wood and place it neatly in a pile far away from your
Place
campfire.
down wood
Also
in
clear
a pile.
leaves and other debris near the camp area. Next, identify that there is a water source very close to you, not only for drinking but also for controlling
I don't know if you should drink
and
that.
ultimately putting it out. Widowmakers or dead standing trees and branches are nothing but
Hey, he's
problems. They can fall on you
deforesting!
unexpectedly and seriously injure you. But they
Deforest.
are also dry standing firewood. Be sure not to start a
Okay.
campfire in an area that a dead tree can ignite on fire by accident. And lastly, we have wind. Wind will aid tremendously in building your fire bigger
That
and
doesn't
stronger
look
because
safe.
it's giving it the excessive
That's a
oxygen
lot
it
of
needs
wind.
to burn. But wind
And-
can also blow embers out of your fire pit and into dry
Yes.
areas. Next, decide on what type of fire pit you're going to have. Setting rocks around a pit is always a good idea as it will help
Okay,
contain
yeah, we
the
learned
fire
about
and
the
embers
rocks.
inside. Some locations, though, do not allow individuals to build fire pits like this, as they are an eyesore to everyone else. So remember, always follow the rules, and if you need a fire in an emergency, return the rocks to the location you picked them from and leave no
Yeah,
trace.
I think
The
that's
second
a little
option,
bit-
though, is to dig
that
out a
makes
fire
sense.
pit. This allows total fire containment and allows
Okay,
the
so
user
I
to check
always
what
have
is
a shovel
underground
on you
before
for
setting
sure.
fire. Root fires
Okay.
are something that you need to be aware of, so digging down will expose what is in the earth beneath a future campfire site. Stay away from roots if you find
Stay
any,
away
as the
from
fire
roots.
can travel down
Stay
them once
away
ignited and pop up
from
many
roots.
feet away from
Oh,
your campfire
Jesus.
unexpectedly. Secondly,
By
by digging this
digging
fire
for
pit, you
fire
can then
pit.
cover it over when you're done, leaving no trace.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
Once you've taken all these things into consideration, it is time to start your campfire. Remember to follow the guidelines we outlined in our Fire Making 101 series. Never add
careful
gas
with
or
your face!
flammable liquids or even aerosols to
Oh
your campfire,
my
as these substances
God.
are totally unpredictable.
No
When finished with
gasoline.
your campfire, be sure to extinguish it with ample amounts of water. Remember, there should be no smoke or hissing sound coming from the fire pit.
That makes sense.
To be extra safe, pour extra water on the pit so
I've
it looks
never
like a
heard of a
swimming pool
mine
before you walk
fire.
away. This is not going to hurt anything, and it's only for your
We
benefit.
need a rye merge
If you
shovel.
dug
What do you
out
guys
a
think?
fire pit, never just flip the dirt back on top of the hole, as the embers can still stay lit in the ground and ground fires can occur. So
Ooh.
slowly mix the dirt that you dug away
Mix
back into the
dirt
fire, covering the embers
fire.
slowly and stirring the campfire around, making sure that nothing is smoking and nothing is hot.
No smoke.
Remember, if there's heat, you cannot walk away. And there you have it, a few tips
We
for
don't
you
want
to
the
keep your
heat.
campfire under control and not allow it to spread, ultimately
Oh,
causing a forest
yeah.
fire. Just remember,
Rye
fire's a little bit of
shovel,
work on the
possible
front end, but it's gonna make
merge.
your trip that much safer
Rye
and
camping
more enjoyable
tent.
in the long term. So I hope you take these tips into consideration on your next outdoor
I'm really excited.
outing. As always, this was Dan Woak, Yuko Ambassador.
Thanks,
Check
Dan
out
Woak.
ucogear.com for all the cool fire starters and candle lanterns. And as always, stay lit.
Stay moldy. I thought he was gonna say stay moldy. I don't know why. I don't know why I was expecting to stay moldy. Can you imagine? And don't forget, stay moldy, folks. Don't stay lit. Stay lit. Nah, I like stay moldy better. I like stay moldy. North Face Rye hoodie. Oh my god. Yeah, we need Under Armour Rye shirts for sure. For Georgie's. Okay, so what we learned in this video, little Reds, thank you for the pad. Place down the wood in a pile. So what that basically means is that when you come across your campsite, if there is loose twigs everywhere, if there's loose overhanging branches, try to whack them down. Okay? We don't want any like loose twigs possibly getting caught with fire. Even it's good so you don't trip on it. Anyways, yeah. Okay, identify a water source nearby. This makes sense, I think, for all campsites. I think for more like recreational campsites, there's like a dedicated water source around the area. So always identify where you can easily get water. I camped at a lake. We drove over there and we realized, hey, where's the lake? We learned that the lake evaporated away due to forest fires. And actually, our forest was partially burnt. and the sky was red. And we still camped there. It was pretty cool. But by like the second day, we could barely breathe. So we had to go back home. I went paddleboarding in the middle of the lake, and it was misty everywhere. Not because of the fog, but because of fire smoke. Yeah, we live on the edge. We live on the edge. It's very sad. It was very sad. We could have stayed for like 4 days, but it was only a 2-day camping trip. It was pretty sad. I think it was one night. One night, I think like a day difference. Like it was just getting worse. The sun was literally red. The sun was red. Yeah, the air was really smoky. Yeah. That's not the Yay story! I was paddleboarding. My parts my breads are not submerged. Kayaking is where I'm submerged in water. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, class. We don't want to get off topic. Yeah, it is definitely a little bit difficult to breathe. Stay away from roots when digging for a fire pit. That's something I actually learned. It's actually something I learned. I didn't know this. Is when you dig for a fire pit, avoid roots because apparently the roots can caught fire? That is interesting. I did not think of that. How many of this information did you Breads already know? How much of you guys are like kicking back and being like, oh, I knew that. I knew that. Oh, that's common sense. I knew that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that one. Roots are wood? Roots are wood. Yeah. Oh, you're a veteran. Ah, some of it. Ooh, 나도도. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, no gasoline. I'm pretty sure gasoline is good for, like, barbecues. Right? But gasoline isn't good for starting fires, even though I did that as a kid. A lot. I would pour gasoline into a fire for funsies. I don't know where my parents were, but I remember playing with a bottle of gasoline and fire. I would go into the garage, into my dad's garage, and I would try to find the gasoline Tupperware container, and then I would pick it up, and then I'd go freaking crazy. Excuse me. I don't know how I'm still alive. Lastly, when clearing your fire pit of any smoke or heat, mix it with mud. Mix it with mud and water, and just keep mixing it. Keep mixing wet mud and the coals and the hot twigs, and make sure there's no smoke coming out or there's no heat. Yeah. We learned things. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm forgetting what the next video is about. Let's see.
My name is Forest Ranger Michael Thompson.
Hey, Michael Thompson.
Unextinguished campfires are one of the leading causes of wildfires in New York State. Today, we're going to show you how to start, extinguish, and enjoy that campfire when you're camping out in the woods.
Okay.
But first, let's talk about the rules and regulations associated with having fires in New York State. Do not start a fire on a parking lot, road, or trail. Never leave
I guess this applies anywhere.
Leave the site before it is completely extinguished.
Understandable.
Specific rules exist for different areas of protected land.
Who's camping in New York?
Before you start building a fire,
isn't that a
assess
city?
the conditions and take any necessary precautions.
That's crazy.
For example, windy conditions warrant smaller fires and larger fuels.
Yeah, we just don't like windy conditions like for anything.
You should also clear the area around the fire pit of any flammable debris.
Yep, we learned that.
Items,
we're veterans. We're veterans.
Overhead branches. Always make a fire in an existing fire ring when possible. Fires made outside
use
of a
existing
designated
fire
ring
rings.
have a higher chance of burning into the ground, even after they appear extinguished. These
Did he just
fires may
stutter?
burn underground slowly for a day or weeks and compromise the stability of the land, making some areas unusable.
That's actually horrible.
Start with a fist-sized amount of light fuels that are natural or man-made, such as small sticks.
Fist size?
Once the fire can support larger materials, add them gradually. Some materials should never be thrown in your fire. These include glass bottles, plastic, food,
no plastic,
wrappers,
no
or
food,
other
no
trash,
wrappers,
the burning
no
of
other
which is
trash.
illegal, and it can release a variety of chemicals that can harm you and the surrounding air, land, and water.
Yeah.
Keep your fire manageable and have tools on hand to control the fire if necessary. These include extra water and hand tools, such as a trowel, to control and extinguish flames if
trowel.
necessary.
I'm not
If
buying
these are
that.
not effective in controlling your fire, call 911.
Okay.
When you're ready to put out your fire, carefully pour water over to extinguish the flames.
Pour
and
water
coals.
over the coals.
Once the fire is out,
Is that a fucking
scatter
bear?
and stir the ashes and
I
coals
thought that was
while
just a
continuing
burly
to
man.
douse with water. Turn over any large logs to extinguish any embers hiding underneath. After 5 minutes, hold your hand over the coals to check if they are still warm. If so, repeat these steps. If you don't have water, you can use dirt, but be careful not to bury the coals as they can smolder.
Oh
and
shit,
reignite.
I didn't know that.
Use these tips the next time you have a
Don't
campfire.
bury the
It's your
coals that
responsibility to
can
make sure it's safe and out.
reignite
Protect yourself
things.
and the environment. Remember, only
I'm
you
so scared.
can prevent wildfires.
Why was that good timing? Why did that fit? Why did that sound like it was part of the video? Camp is looking kind of different, isn't it? Oh my god, I really did have to get that out of my system. Thank you. Oh my god, Rice, take the pretty fight bear song. Yes, Smokey the Bear, guys. Smokey the Bear. Now, on the other hand, burning the coals can be an excellent idea if you want them to use them later. I guess so, huh? But what if I forget about them? Like, where did I bury my coals? I'm not a dog. I can't, like, sniff it out. If I forget where I bury my coals, that would be really bad. You know? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, just piss on it. Just leave it alone. Alright, we learned some things in this video. Fist-sized materials. Okay, my fist is like bun-sized. That's a good measurement. No glass in the fire. We know this. No plastic. No food. No wrappers in the fire. And no other trash. It's illegal, and it can harm the environment. It can harm yourself. It can harm everything around it. Yeah. Peeing on the fire smells awful? How do you know this, 𝗀𝗍𝗍𝗶𝗍? Care to explain yourself? Cause I've always pissed in the bushes, like a little animal. Why would I go on the fire? Why would I go on the fire? Who pissed in the fire? Actually, I did that. I talked about that as a joke. I would actually never do that, cause of the inks. What? What? Ew! Don't pee on the fire, you freaky freakos! Don't do that! Alright. The next video, I'm continuing to learn. Ah! Oh, my phone failed. Oh, my phone failed. Oh. Alright, we're back. Hello! Okay. If I see any of you motherfuckers piss in my fire pit, you, I don't know, you're gonna go to prison. I'm gonna call the cops on you. You're gonna get in mighty big trouble. Don't do it. Don't pee, no. Okay, the world is your toilet, but like with exceptions. Okay, we have rules in place. We have standards as the human race above all. We do not piss in fires. They didn't ask for that.
Today we're going to talk about campfire safety and how to properly extinguish your campfire. You'll want to stick around.
I'm gonna stick around. Oh, this one's really happy. Oh, look at this little guy.
Fire safety is always important, whether you're backpacking in the wilderness or if you're car camping in a public campground. Welcome back to Outdoor Skills Made Easy.
Oh, he's chilling. He's sitting down.
Maintaining
Looks
your fire
chill.
in a safe way. Always be aware of and follow fire restrictions. If you were in a campground last week, the fire restrictions may have changed.
Yes,
because
this
of
is
the danger
true.
of wildfires.
This is true.
Always be aware of that.
Rules always change.
If you are in a public campground,
Always.
always use the established campfire pits. But if you're in the wilderness, take time to find an area that is clear of debris. You can dig a little pit Circle it with rocks like we've done.
Sorry.
Then build your campfire to the appropriate size.
Oh my god, I
There's no
can't wait
need
to do
have a
this.
Roaring bonfire.
Ooh.
Today we've got a small fire pit we're going to use for cooking and maybe
Oh my
a little
God.
comfort.
I'm
as
gonna
you
be a
sit
fucking
around
pro
and
when I
talk around
camp.
the fire. If you're backpacking through a popular area, you will more than likely find a campsite that's been established and maybe a campfire ring that's already there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
Yeah,
use
we're gonna
that
find
rather
an
than make one
existing
of your
ring.
own. If you do have to create your own campfire ring, find an area that you can clear away the debris that might be flammable. Get 8 or 10 feet of clearance.
I'm learning.
And then dig a little bit of a hole,
Mm-hmm.
and that will help you to block the air.
I think at this
And then we
point,
found
after
some
this
rocks
video,
that we
we're
can put around
golden.
ours that once we're done, we will return this to nature. So we'll put it out with water, we'll cover it with dirt, and then we'll disperse the rocks so that nobody could tell that we've been here.
Oh.
If you're car
Okay,
camping,
hide the
make sure
evidence,
that you
alright,
take a
I'm for it.
container that has adequate water that you can put
No
out
one
your
can see
fire.
that we've been here.
I also like to take a shovel with me so that I can stir the ashes.
Okay, I
make
need
sure that they're
Rymer's
cold,
shovel
And then
ASAP.
also put some dirt on top of the fire once it's cold out. When I'm backpacking,
Oh my god, look at his little
suppression system comes in
backpack.
the form of my Geiger rig pack. It has
Oh
a pump
my
that
god.
pressurizes your water bladder, and
Whoa.
with a touch,
Whoa,
you can squirt your
come
water
on,
to
Grandpa.
immediately put out your fire.
I
When you're ready to
wasn't
put out your
expecting
fire,
that.
I want you to remember 3 words. Soak it, stir it, and touch it. So we're going to soak it with water.
Okay, we're gonna touch the
stir it
fire.
with a stick, make sure that all the embers underneath are
He went
out cold, and then we're going to touch it to make sure it truly is out. Here we go.
Spray that! Spray it! Oh, look at him! What the fuck? I want that.
I've got a lot of water in the bottom. I'm hitting the coals at the bottom, and the logs on top are going to retain a little bit of heat.
I understand
will
why
get
you
those
guys
turned
piss
over,
and fires. This looks
and then
kind of
we'll
fun.
add some water to the top of
I want to do that.
Get those cold out. Now we're going to stir
Oh
it,
my god.
and now touch it. Nice and cold.
Nice and cold, okay. Alright,
Now
got
wash
it.
my fingers off. I love this pack.
I want that pack.
We've put our fire dead
Wow,
out. We've covered it
that
with
looks
dirt,
kinda
and we've
cool.
removed the rocks. So we've left no trace.
Fire's hot,
Whether you're
don't
car
touch
camping,
it.
or if you're backpacking in the wilderness, fire safety is critical for all of us.
Yes.
We hope that you'll follow these guidelines. We
Aw.
hope that this has been informative to you.
Oh,
And we hope that you'll join us again at OSME TV.
oh, that was wholesome and cute. Can we have a clappies for osame.tv? By the way, all of these videos that I'm sharing with you guys today are linked in my YouTube bio description. So if you're ever curious and want to refer back to any of these videos, I put the credits in the description to support these lovely creators. I want to give a big appreciation for these creators who share awareness, and so we can look on it, learn, take notes, and become a better camper. These people are very cool. Dad didn't touch the fire. Dad didn't touch the fire. Okay, so at this point, Breads, we've got the fire safety pretty. I didn't need to take notes. Okay, listen. I will do a summary of what I've learned, okay? To show you guys how cool I am. Camping rocks! We bring the heat! Alright. Oh yeah, don't bring rocks from the... Okay, so... Clear debris. Debris. Clear debris. Okay. Wind bad. Dry leaves bad. Okay, if it's in that conditions, maybe rethink your decisions. Okay? Know the rules, okay? So if fires are even allowed, okay? Because fire rules always change. Even if you went to the camping at one spot and it was allowed, doesn't mean it'll be allowed the next month after. Yes. Clear debris. Okay, I'm taking notes. Okay. We're doing a little rundown. What we learned, guys. Diggy hole. Avoid roots. I don't know how deep we go. How deep did we dig? I didn't really learn how deep we go. I would think like not that deep for the fire. Don't shoot off fireworks near fires. I would never. I would never. Oh, a fire hole is a more advanced technique. Oh, 1 feet down? I can't dig that deep. I saw the Holes movie. I know how hard it was for Shia LaBeouf to dig a hole. Okay, avoid roots. Get dry. I'm gonna put that in capitalizations. I'm gonna get dry rocks and make a pit. Oh, fuck. Wait. You guys can't read it. There you go. Get dry rocks and make a pit. Okay. Now, get fistfuls of material. Now, this can range from kindling. Oh, no, I forgot the other words. Fuel wood. What was the last one? What was the last one? Tinder! Oh my god, Ziggy, you guys are so cool. You guys are so fucking cool. Good job, students! You guys are really learning. You guys are so cool. You know what? Give it up for the breads who are learning and sopping up this information. You guys are so cool. You guys are gonna get a badge after this. Are you excited? You guys are gonna get a badge roll for this stream. Okay. For wood and tinder. Look at you guys. And then... no gasoline. No gasoline. Oh. Fire can't be... Well, a rule of thumb. It's not like a rule, but rule of thumb. Fire shouldn't be 3 feet high or wide. Like, if you're going over 3 feet and you're going over 3 feet wide and high, that's kind of overkill. You don't need to do that. You don't need to make a bonfire. We are making a nice little campfire. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no plastic. No plastic. Trash. Glass. And food in the fire. Okay. Your biggest fire was only 30... What did you burn down? That's 30 feet. Oh my god. No pissing in the flames. I'm sorry, breads. Keep it controlled down there, okay? If you gotta go in the bushes like a little animal. Okay? Alright, thank you. What fricky fracky, what else did we learn? But Grandpa pissed in the fire. Oh, yeah, when we take it out, always have a shovel and a bucket of water. And, do not leave the fire until there is no heat or smoke. Yes. Clean up and return everything. So every stick, every twig, put it back on the trees. Every rock, put it back in the nature where you found it. Okay, every piece of dirt, every speckle of dirt and gravel, return it to where you originally sourced it from. At the end. Did you guys learn anything about the fire safety? Because before we actually dive into campfires, we need to learn first the safety of it and the adequacy of it. We gotta be good breads. We gotta be very good breads, okay? Now, the time when I trespassed a hiking waterfall area, when it was actually closed and shut down due to avalanches, I should have been a good bread and I should have said, hey, this looks dangerous. Maybe let's not do this. But I did it anyways. That was my last time I was ever gonna be a bad bread. I'm a changed person. I am no longer trespassing. I did it several times, actually. There's this one waterfall that said, do not enter. And there was this abandoned building full of, like, graffiti. And it looked really cool inside. And I think it was, like, an abandoned rig or something. There was, like, a bunch of technologies in there. And somebody had cut the fence to get inside. So I crawled inside and I took pictures and I climbed everywhere. Yeah, anyway, I am not a professional. Yeah, technologies, there's so many. There's like gears and stuff, and none of it was working. Actual criminal. Yeah, it said do not enter, and I took a picture of the do not enter, and then I entered. In Walmart, in Minecraft. Anyway. Which is why I think all these rules are stupid. Hey, I saw graffiti on the building, so I thought, hey, so many people have entered already. I'm not gonna be like, there's no way they're gonna arrest me. I'm not even graffitiing. I'm just an innocent bread who didn't read the sign and is pretending to be stupid. Yeah, lots of technologies. Alright. So the next video, I don't know what video. We'll see. Whoa. Did we already watch this? I swear, I've heard this. Oh my god, it's him again! He's back! Hey, I know you from TV. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Outdoor Skills Made Easy. Today we're going to talk about 2 different fire building techniques that will help you on your next camping trip. The first fire that we're going to demonstrate is a log cabin fire. This fire will burn down slowly, and it's the perfect fire if you're going to sit around the campfire, tell stories, and let the embers burn down.
Sitting around.
And so we're going to start with a big base. In every fire that you build, you want to start with a smaller tinder in the middle to get the fire going.
Start with smaller.
And in the case of the log cabin fire, because we've got the bigger logs on the bottom, we'll leave a space in the middle to put our tinder. I'll show you how that's done.
Yeah, please show me. I'm a visual learner.
We're going to make a couple of fuzz sticks that will easily pick up the flames from your match or your lighter. Now we're going to cut some wood that'll be a little bit bigger than our fuzz sticks, and we'll pick up that flame and transfer it to the bigger pieces of wood. Now we're going to use our axe to cut some smaller pieces, but I'm not going to just chop down. That could be a little dangerous, so we're going to place the axe where we want it to go.
I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this.
Then I'll use another piece of wood.
I want to do this. I want to do this. This looks so fun. I'm fucking unga boongaing the sticks and stones. They break my bones.
There are lots of dried pine needles, which is like nature's gasoline.
Pine needles?
And we'll use that in the bottom of our fire.
Nature's gasoline.
Let's go ahead and build our fire.
Yeah!
A great tinder on the bottom.
Okay. Alright, I'm learning.
And we'll put our fuzz sticks on this.
Tinder in the middle.
It's important to have oxygen flow through all of your fire.
Okay.
So it's not compacted too closely together.
Don't make it compact. I'm learning!
Next we'll put some of our smaller wood pieces.
Put small wood pieces on top.
We'll go ahead and light that.
Light it!
See how easily that picks up on the
that looks so fun. I want to do that. Yeah, oxygen is very important for fires. Remember blowing on fires a lot. Ooh, he just broke it with his knee. I want to do that too.
Add some additional sticks.
Add sticks on top. I don't know how to type.
And as it gets going, we'll build our log cabin around it.
Build a log cabin
you can see we've got
around
good
it.
Airflow through the,
yes, this is perfect.
Bottom of this log cabin fire.
I'm learning! Breads, are you sopping us up?
It will burn down to some beautiful embers, and we'll have a wonderful evening talking around the campfire.
That's so sweet!
Now we'll show you a teepee fire. It's going to be a fire that will burn down a little bit quicker if you're planning to use the
teepee fire, teepee fire.
And
teepee fire.
It'll be a little hotter at first, and then you'll have some beautiful coals.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
We're going to use the same technique. We're going to start with our small flammables. Put on our fuzz stick that we've made, and a lot of shavings.
And fuzz sticks. And pine cones. All right. All right. My back is gonna hurt doing this. I'm watching this man do it, and I'm getting tired.
Teepee.
I'm getting exhausted watching this guy do this. This is labor. make teepee.
We'll add a little more tinder here.
Add tinder. More. More is better.
And then we'll light it up.
Okay. Bring the heat. Light it. All right, I'm learning. Oh yeah, I blow in the fires. I go, and I go, it blows up.
Pine needles really start up easily.
What?
Then they'll catch the fuzz stick, and then the smaller tinders.
89.
As that gets going,
what's he doing?
Continue with our teepee.
Okay. So what? Like a cross? No. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so use the split fuel logs from the axe and shape a triangle teepee. I want to split wood so bad. I want to do the mitosis. I want to split it. I want to get an axe and then like slam the axe, and then it makes like
as the fire
it
grows,
splits it in two.
Add more and more wood that's a little thicker until you have enough wood that you're going to use as a burn.
That looks beautiful.
For cooking a little bit.
That
later.
looks perfect.
We hope that these fire building skills will help you on your next camp out. Join us again at 𝗱𝗻𝗄.
Oh, thank you. That's gonna be me when I'm fucking 90 years old. Okay, I don't think this guy's 90 years old, but that's gonna be me. Guys, when I'm older, that's where I'll be. I'll be making YouTube videos. I'm gonna say, thanks for watching, and stay safe, and stay moldy. And then I wink. It's very genuine. It's so wholesome. I love it. It's so cute. I'm not gonna split logs with my bare hands. I'm gonna gnaw at it. I'm gonna use my buck chief. Sorry, my mouth is drooling. Let me drink some mango juice. Too bad my dad doesn't need his wood split. He could have helped him split a cord of wood. I want to split wood so bad. Yeah, camper grandma! Yeah. The knee technique of breaking is not recommended. You've had this bruise on your thigh for almost a month. Owie! What kind of wood were you breaking? Is it twigs? Can twigs do that damage? You gotta go now, okay? Bye-bye, stay moldy. Thanks for coming to class. Also, guys, even if you don't make it to the end of the stream, you, of course, can still use the fire badge. The badge. Okay? Alright, it's okay. Alright, so what did we learn from this video? We learned 2 techniques of making a campfire. We learned the log cabin fire, which is really good for sitting around and telling stories around it. So it slow burns. So you start with tinder. You start with fuzz sticks. Oh, do you guys know what fuzz sticks is? It looks like what he did is he kept shaving wood and it kind of curled up. Have you ever done that with a ribbon? Where you shave the wood and then it curls up and you keep doing that and ending at the base of the stick. So eventually there's a stick that's all shaved and then there's like little curvy, you know, curlies, like curly fries. Yeah. Ooh, helps catch quicker. Ooh, naruhodo. Fuzz sticks. That's a cute name. Fuzz sticks. That's a cute name. It's supposed to be fat wood because super dry wood doesn't work well. Oh. Teepee is easier to light than log cabin. Naruhodo. That's cute. Fuzz sticks. I love that. I want to get an axe. Okay, let's get a rye merchandise. Let's get a rye shovel and let's get a rye axe. What do you guys think? You guys will use that? You guys use that for some flyers? campfires. Pine needles are nature's gasoline. So, pine cones, pine needles. Yeah, I need a rye hatchet. A rye hatchet. Fuzz sticks and tinder in the middle, between 2 fuel logs. Keep it pretty loose, not too compact, so we can allow oxygen flow easily. And then if you gotta blow it, then you blow on it. And then you light it, and then as it builds, put sticks on top, and then build a log cabin around it with the fuel logs, the thicker big bad ones, yeah. The big bad guy logs. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm learning. And then the second fire is the 𝗱𝗲𝗯𝘂𝗁𝗃𝗃 fire. So you start with the flammables. You start with the pine needles. You start with the pine cones, the tinder, and the fuzz sticks, and then you light it, and then shape a triangle with the split logs. Guys, I think my goal this year is to split a log. I think I need that. I need to do that right now. Split a log. I really want to, like, manhandle a piece of wood and, like, cut it with an axe. I gotta be careful, though. I gotta be super ooper duper careful with that. Okay, let's make some new notes. Uh-oh. Why are you up there? Stop it. Don't look at this scuff, guys. Don't look at the scuff. Okay. Okay. Anyway, new page. New page. What video? What video? Okay.
We're talking rocket science. No, we're not.
Next video.
We're talking about how to light a fire.
Scared me. I think we're already gonna know the information in this video,
in this outdoor basic series.
I think we already know this.
We as humans are the fire species. We are the only animal that manipulates and uses fire.
I want that marshmallow.
We learn that and we pass it down.
Feed it to me.
But if you haven't been taught how to make a fire, if you're new to the outdoors, you haven't gone camping a whole lot, then it's kind of a daunting process. So I wanted to walk you through the basics.
It's not daunting.
Show you a few different ways you can.
We all know, Breads. We know how to do this. We're
veterans. With just a single match. Here are the basics of what you need to start the fire. You need an ignition source, something to light the fire, like a match.
Yeah, a lighter.
Then you're gonna need tinder, and that's really fine stuff that's light and fluffy that you can use to start the
Where did he get
flame
that?
with. Then you're gonna need kindling, which is slightly larger.
Where did he find
maybe
that fuzzy
about as big
stuff?
as your thumb. Then you need fuel, and I'm talking bigger stuff like these logs over here. Prepping all of this wood is going to be most of the work in lighting a fire. Honestly, you're going to spend 95% of the time going into the forest, finding stuff that's nice and dry, and getting that ready.
Put it down. Look at this POV camera. Oh, so he gets the fuzzies off of a tree?
So if there's anything you take away from this video, it is spend your time prepping, and most importantly,
that looks so fun.
Get really good dry tinder. That's
I want to do this.
The smallest, lightest, and fluffiest, because especially if you just have one match, you're going to light that match, and you want this to burn and burn for a little while so that it catches the kindling, and then
that is a lot of
all
wood.
The larger logs.
I don't think I need to get that much.
Tinder is so incredibly important, and I have a whole bunch of different things that can be used as tinder here.
Those cotton balls?
But what some people do is they think they can take a match, even a beefy survival match like this. They think they can just light it.
Whoa, careful.
Let's light this puppy.
Whoa,
and then they can just put it under any wood they have, and eventually it's gonna burn. And who knows, maybe this will burn. If it does, I will.
That's how you make a fire.
I will be like,
that's how you make a fire.
And then I'll just throw it
Can
away
you imagine just like,
whoa. See, look at that. That's incredible. Now, of course, that match is the first thing that's struck and lit. But most of the time, your wood is not going to catch on fire. I'm going to show you how you can keep this going from a very small match, or if you have a ferro rod like this on your knife. So let me show you a few of the different things.
I want a knife.
There's definitely
okay, let's get Rye knife.
So if you were a survivalist,
let's get Rye knives.
That a lot of people do is they take
Where you guys want that?
Like
you guys want outdoor camping knives?
Swab Vaseline on them. They throw it in a plastic bag, and then in case you need it, you know, you fluff this up.
Cotton balls, is that safe?
Look how fast.
Whoa!
That lights.
Oh my god, I looked away for a
second.
second.
About tinder, I imagine. Let me move it off to the side here.
That's
another thing
safe?
that's really good
I
to
don't
use
know.
for tinder is dryer lint. You can grab that.
Lint?
At any
Okay,
time,
I'm gonna
and
start
you can
picking
light
out my
that as
clothes like a
well.
little monkey. Okay.
It helps when you fluff it up a little bit.
Fluff it! Oh god, don't touch the
what
fluff.
I really enjoy doing is using
Don't
this
use my
jute.
fluff as
Jute is some
tinder.
cordage, it's twine that you can bring with you, but then you can also use it
That
as
is
your
so
fire
scary.
starter. So you fluff it up just a little
Can
bit.
you
and this
imagine
lights extremely
me
fast.
just grabbing at my bunny tail?
So these are
and then
all what I
lighting
would
up
consider
fire?
man-made, even though that is plant-based. Now you can use other things like dry grass. You can use these dry branches, which if you stick those on there, you know, they're a little bit larger diameters, so it might be harder to light
Dry
than just,
grass?
your ferro
Cotton
rod.
fluff?
These right here are beech
Lint?
leaves. They're extremely dry. They were on the tree for a long time. They'll definitely light really quickly.
Small
anything in the
twigs.
forest that's dry and small diameter, fluffy is really nice. You can take peelings off of pine bark.
Fluffy
you can get them going.
peelings.
All of these are important to think about for tinder.
Tinder.
Okay, let's talk about how to stack your wood.
Okay, we're gonna learn how
Before
to
I
stack.
start this fire, I also want to mention it's really important to be responsible starting fires. Get a fire pit.
We learned about
Put
our
everything in the
safety.
fire pit.
I
Make sure
have
you're in
watched
the
YouTube
cleared
Camp.
area.
I
There's no
love
dry
YouTube
grass,
Camp
dry
so
leaves,
much.
Anything around you. There's no
That's
trees
the one
above
anime
you,
where
so
I
you
don't
can
get
light them on
bored.
fire, and you're keeping your fire to a manageable size. Because the last thing you want to do
So
is
much
start a
wood.
forest fire.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you.
Smokey the bear.
Now let's start with the teepee.
The pee-pee, the
Essentially, put your
pee-pee.
tinder in the
We've
middle,
seen
and then you
this.
start stacking kindling around it. Bigger
Ooh,
pieces
stack
get
that
stacked on
wood.
the outside as it gets
Yeah, stack it harder.
So this teepee method
Sorry.
is my tried and true method. It's what Haley and I use when we go camping in the woods.
Should we both light them at the same time?
We can take turns, and then I can film you.
Winter? Ooh, that sounds hard.
Snow away from the wind, and then use the dry side of the bark to be the bottom here. And then I'm gonna start with my teepee and then build bigger pieces out.
Okay.
Leaving a
How did
space
it
where I can
snow
put
so much? I looked
all
away
this
for it.
dried
Whoa, whoa,
tinder.
whoa! She pulled it out of her pocket.
We've already collected.
It's fake
from the
like me in
aspen
fucking
trees.
video games. It's like
Right
me in Animal
Just want
Crossing.
to make sure you get the
Pull
tinder
out a
right
fucking
there in the
log out of
middle.
my
You get some
bucket.
good flammable stuff, and then you build a little bit bigger sticks, a little bit bigger.
Oh my
beyond
gosh,
that
I
on the
wanna be like a
outside.
beaver.
And
I'm
you
gonna
put
do
actually
this.
really big stuff if you wanted to even around all of this, or add it once you've lit it. But before I light this, let me show you the log cabin.
Okay, we learned about the
This
log
is a
cabin too.
cabin. Much like Lincoln logs, just stack some this way, then
Winter-
this way, then
winter
this way, and
camping
you just go
sounds
up.
so
But what you're gonna
incredibly
do is You're gonna
intimidating.
put some big ones on the bottom, and then you're going to stack some kindling, and then put the tinder right on top of that, so that when
This
you
is
take
a
your
little bit of
mat,
different,
you can actually reach
actually.
up underneath
What?
and light the tinder in there.
No way.
And then it's going to hit a sequence of layers.
I did
that
not-
go up into
Okay,
this. Now,
this is
everybody
definitely
knows
different.
Probably that fire needs fuel. And
That looks like it'll
oxygen for
fall.
it to burn. So what you have here
What
is
if
the
that
fuel
falls?
that is spaced in a way that it lets a lot of oxygen in. And this thing will go up
Yeah,
very
the scary
quickly,
sound effect.
And you won't need to do too much to it once you light it. But you got to be careful not to build it too big as well. The last one is the reverse pyramid.
What? Okay. Reverse.
You can start with
pyramid.
big chunky logs. They can be wet and
Very
mossy.
chunky-
You put those
chunky
on the bottom,
logs.
and then you work your way up. This is often called the upside down fire because it's a little different than the teepee.
Okay.
You're actually putting the small stuff at the very top.
Put
I like
small
pyramid because
stuff
it resembles the
at
shape.
the
It
top.
is similar to the log cabin, but you don't leave gaps in the wood. Stack the bottom
No
logs together and then move up
gaps
to the
in
next layer.
wood.
Stack
Move
them
up,
tightly and
move-
smaller and
This is so
smaller until you get
weird.
to the top.
Move up
This is a
layers.
great fire to cook on. Now, it won't turn into a blazing fire quite as fast, but it's great for a low-maintenance fire. So the stacking techniques aren't rocket science, but at least you should
I don't know how to
know
spell that
they
word.
exist. So that's the basics about how to build a fire. We didn't really talk about how to light a fire. When
I
I
wanna
get to that
see this
video,
bad
I'll put
boy lit
links
up.
there and down in the description.
Okay, now let's light it. Oh, like the video.
Oh, he's just like his dad! Oh, God, that's so cute. I'm gonna cry.
And And that's the basics of lighting a fire. This is all continued education for the book Haley and I wrote, Mother Nature is Not Trying to Kill You. Available in bookstores
what a title.
near you. Actually, you can also get it on our Patreon, which is cheaper than you can get it at the bookstore. And
hey! I have a Patreon too. I'm just kidding.
We'll look at more complicated methods in the future, but we're definitely going to get to wildlife coming up in future videos very soon. We'll see you then.
Okay, so we learned things. I'm feeling even more confident than I did when starting the stream. Okay, so now we have a little bit more of more Tinder opportunities, possibilities. We have dry grass, which I didn't know we could use, cotton fluff, lint, and small twigs. We knew that, and fluffy peeling, so you can peel moss off of trees. Apparently, anything that's fluffy in Mother Nature is flammable, and is used as tinder. Interesting. So there's a reverse pyramid campfire strategy. So you start with chunky logs, and then you work your way up. So leave no gaps this time. And then as you work your way up, use the smaller and smaller and smaller materials. And this is good for cooking and low maintenance. I kind of wonder how it's good for cooking, because it was kind of high. It was kind of high. Kind of a high fire to use for cooking. So that's a little bit of a challenge. I don't understand how that works. Fluffy campfire. Don't grab my tail! It doesn't grow back, man. My fluff. Don't use my fluff as campfire tinder. Thank you very much. Additionally, the fluffy wood you saw can be utilized in a technique called feather sticks. Thinly shave the wood with a sharp knife so it looks like pencil shavings. Wait, is that not a fuzz stick? Is a fuzz stick the same as feather sticks? Mold like moss? No. I don't like... Moss is not who I am. I'm not moss, I'm mold. There's a difference. Oh, upside down pyramid. Reverse pyramid. Oh, I guess you can skewer. Yeah, you can skewer with that. I was just trying to imagine like putting a pan on the top. Yeah. Rye is moss. That's incredibly cursed. What's that? Grab your tail? Oh, God! Don't get your hands off of there. Get your hands off of there. No handsies on my tailsies. Moss doesn't burn very well. Oh, yeah, if it's wet for sure. Whoa, oh God. I don't want to do anything wet related. It's gonna implode. It's gonna combust. That's scary. What? Alright, we learned some things. Water time. Are you guys learning things? Okay, hold on. I didn't make that many notes for pages. Okay. Ew. Next page. I know I'm learning things. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next.
The temperate forests and woodlands of the Northern Hemisphere are host to an abundance of readily available flammable tinders. You just need to know where to look, what to look for, and how to use.
You're learning nothing?
Well, this video will cover those basics.
As in, you already know all of this, right?
Starting materials
you came here extra prepared. You have all this knowledge.
Start a fire. First up, Western red cedar bark.
What?
The Western red cedar tree is a coniferous tree with a distinctive orange-tinted bark.
Carnivorous? It eats meat?
Flat-scaled sprays of fern-like evergreen leaves and deeply crimson branches. Easily identifiable.
Oh, you're a Boy Scout!
The bark of this
That's
tree,
cool.
which is shaggy, fluffy, fibrous, and rough in texture, is an easily gatherable natural tinder.
Oh.
Just grab a rock or the back of your knife and scrape.
Do you guys know what a red
the
cedar tree is? Have you seen it?
A fluffy bundle of bark
That looks so fun. I want to eat it.
Take your bundle of fibers back to camp and compress the fluffy mass into a densely packed bundle. With a
Cedar trees.
To accommodate
oh,
your
that looks kind of wet
the
though.
Eventual ember. And you're ready to go. Whip out your ferrocerium rod and unleash a steady but constant shower of sparks into the belly of the bundle. All it takes is for a few fibers to catch,
wow, that looks so fun.
Into those initial smoldering fibers.
Can I do that with my fingerless gloves?
Until eventually,
blow!
Those embers will be large enough so that the rest of the bundle can combust into flames. Easy life. Now for the next tinder on the list, birch
Okay,
bark.
I think it worked.
The birch tree. With brilliant
Red
white bark and dark
cedar
horizontal fissures, it is as eye-catching as it is commonplace. The bark of this tree is highly flammable and water-resistant, so it's a useful tinder even in wet weather conditions. It will take a spark from a 𝗱𝗲𝗯𝘂𝗁 rod, providing that the bark has been processed down fine enough. So begin by gliding your knife down the length of the
Oh my
trunk
god, that
and
looks
tearing
weird.
off those sheets of bark.
Stop
Favouring the dead and
it!
fallen
You're...
birch trees as they're much
He
easier
didn't
to
like
tear.
these.
And once you've
Oh
got a
my
nice
god,
few
he's
sheets of bark,
skinning
peel
it.
them down into thin strips. Go one step further by
Skin
then wrapping
the
them around your
tree.
finger and holding them in place for a few moments. This allows the strips to retain a curl, which
Wrap
makes it
the
easier for them to
skin
catch a
around your
spark.
finger to make it curl.
Now take your bundle of small curls and place them upon your fire lay. Grab your
Bundle
𝗱𝗲𝗯𝘂𝗁 rod
of
and scrape the
curls
sparks
will
into the heart of the
catch
bundle.
sparks
It should only take a few
and
moments
flame.
before the flammable resins and oils
Okay!
contained within the birch bark
I'm gonna skin something and then wrap the skin around my finger.
But if that don't tickle your fancy, then for an alternative method of using birch bark, try birch dust.
Why is he
Simply
so
take a sheet of
aggressive?
birch
Try
bark in your
birch
knife,
dust!
And while applying light pressure, scrape your knife against the surface of the bark.
I've done this.
Scrape
I've
away
done this in
until
my
you start
my
to reveal
class.
the inner bark's basal orange color, and
I've
after
done all
a
of
few
this.
short minutes, you should have a fine collection of flammable birch powder. But remain vigilant. Protect the birch dust while you prepare yourself. The slightest gust of wind may blow it away, but once safe in the knowledge that all of your efforts will not be made in vain, reintroduce your dust into the world and into the business end of your ferro rod. Unleash a flurry of sparks, and it shan't be long until they combust into flame. And this initial small flame will go on to propagate the combustion of the sheet of bark that it lays upon. Easy
Oh my
game,
god, I
easy
like
life.
this narration.
The coal
Remain
fungus,
vigilant.
commonly referred to as cramp balls or
Unleash
king
the
Alfred's
fire.
heads, these semi-spherical
Ew, did he
flammable
shit on the
fungi may
ground?
be
Is he
found
using
dwelling
his
upon the many
dookie?
dead fallen logs and tree stumps that
Ew,
litter the
don't touch
forest
that,
floor.
bro.
With a tough matte black exterior
Aw,
shell,
what
they
the
resemble lumps
fuck?
of charcoal in both appearance and composition. This fungus has the ability to effortlessly catch
I'm never
and hold
gonna
a spark
find
to
that. Where
form
the
an
fuck
ember.
do I
How
find
so?
that?
Well, begin
Don't
by
play
chopping
with
the
it.
fungus in two to reveal its core. A core that would typically
What if
be
I
host
cut
to
into
a
a
few
log of
unenmeshed
shit?
concentric layers. These core concentric rings are growth rings, similar to what you would find
Ew.
upon a felled tree. Each layer represents a new season.
I'm gonna
of
cut
growth.
into my
They are the
poop.
incendiary portions of the fungus. So to use this fungus as a tinder, proceed by chopping
I don't
want
to touch that. I don't want to touch that.
Stable upon the surface. Then, once level, delicately place your 𝗱𝗲𝗯𝘂𝗁𝗂𝗁 onto the
POV,
fungus.
you see a
and
man
strike
in the
your
woods
sparks
playing with his
downwards
dookie.
into its core. After a few sparks, the core should
I'm not
begin to
writing this
glow.
down. I've never
Gently
seen
blow
this
upon
fungus
those glowing
ever.
embers to spread it onwards throughout the rest of the body. Allow the ember to completely consume
Whoa, that's
the body.
pretty!
And now you're ready to move on to the final stage, the ember nest. If you haven't done so already, then grab a few handfuls of dead dry grass.
Oh yeah, dead
Place
grass.
your smouldering ember into the center of the grass bundle
dead
and blow.
grass.
The intense
Blow
heat from the
on it.
bellowed ember will bring the bundle of dried grass up to its ignition temperature. And lo and behold, we have fire from the coal fungus.
Ew!
Done. Now here's an additional fun fact. The smouldering embers of the coal fungus were historically used by nomadic tribesmen to transport their fire between camps, because if left unbellowed, then the coal fungus can smoulder
unbellowed.
for a considerable length of
I have
time.
never heard
ready
of
to
a
be
fire
blown
being
into
started
flame
with. Yeah,
upon
this is
arrival
definitely a
at their
flex.
new destination. Pine cones.
Okay,
Beneath the pine
pine
tree, or
cones from
any different tree
Unicamp.
for that matter, are cones.
Okay, I'm
Flammable?
excited.
Indeed. They contain traces of all the flammable oils and resins that pine trees are
That's
renowned
beautiful.
for, but they first must be broken down. So break up them cones by crushing them in your
Break
hands,
up them
while every
cones.
so often scooping away the large elements, leaving behind only the fine dust and small fragments.
Use the
Now take your
fine
𝗱𝗲𝗯𝘂𝗁
dust
rod and
and
bathe the fine
spark
matter
it.
in sparks. Be
Okay.
persistent, be patient, and they will take a spark and smoulder into flame. The flame can be very difficult to see, it is tenuous, but it is there. And as such,
I'm not doing
this
this.
is a method that requires some tender care and close focus.
I don't have time
But
for
while
this.
you're out and about collecting pine cones, be mindful of pine resin. Search around the trunks of pine trees and you
Pine
may
resin?
find a gooey yellow substance excreting from the bark.
Oh, yeah.
This is pine resin, a hydrocarbon
I want to eat
fuel
it.
source. These clumps of
I'm gonna
matter
start
are
licking
Mother
that.
Nature's
I'm
hexamine
gonna
fuel
lick it.
tablets.
I
Not a
want that.
tinder
That
per se,
looks
as it will
yummy. That
not
looks like
generally take a spark, but it will suffice
pineapple
as a
flavored
burnable
gummy
fuel for your
bears
fire once
the
the
Haribo
initial
bag.
flames have been established. For example, this can build up the small flame given off by the burning pine cone. So it's
Oh,
worthy of an honourable mention.
yummy!
Throw it on the fire, sit back and
If I
enjoy
was
the
a bear,
scent,
I would
which is
eat
most
that
pleasant.
thinking it's wax.
Tinder fungus, a common name given
Stop
to a
playing
wide
with
variety of
fungus,
fungal
little dude!
species. These
Stop
distinctive
touching that!
parasitic
Leave it
bracket fungi
alone!
can be found growing out of dead or alive birch trees, beech trees, and the bases of oak trees.
I'm not touching
they
that!
vary in colour from white to brown to red, but the common feature that all
It's
variants
freaking
share is
weirdo.
directly underneath
Of
the
course he's
outer
gonna
shell
use that.
is a
He's like,
cinnamon-coloured,
ah,
thick, spongy,
I found you at
fibrous core.
last, little
This
fungus.
is the part of the fungus that you'd want to utilise in fire making. So
Stop
cut
that!
yourself off a
Stop!
nice substantial segment and check to see if you've
Oh,
got
he's
the
a
right
little
stuff.
weird with it.
On a squeeze, it should bounce back. Spongy, yet
Don't
firm.
touch the fungus
and upon
like
the soft
that.
glide of a finger, it should be soft, like felt. If it meets those requirements, then you've got the right stuff. So take your
so
ferro rod
scared
and
of
shove
this
it into
man.
the block. Scrape vigorously, and
If I see this in the wilderness, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna book it.
Tip, due to the composition of tinder fungus, these embers can smoulder for a significant amount of time, so they're useful as a portable ember while travelling from A to B.
I'm
but if you want
scared
a
of
fire
fungus.
right now, then blow upon the ember to spread it.
I'm sorry.
Once you're satisfied with the size, whack it in a bundle of dead grass and blow.
Done!
Fireweed. An inhabitant of open grasslands and spacious forest clearings,
Weed?
fireweed is a plant that can grow upwards to heights of 8 feet tall.
Weed.
With long, slender, narrow leaves and purple flowers, this
I've never
plant,
seen
through
this
late
plant
summer and
anywhere.
autumn,
This
will
is
produce a
Britain,
seed
man.
that's fluffy and cotton-like in
I'm
both
gonna
texture
stay
and
away from
property,
random fungus
a
in the
readily
wood.
combustible
Yeah, I'm
timber.
not touching
But what makes
fungus.
this plant so useful is that much of the seed will remain with the plant throughout winter, a time where resources
I've never seen
very
this thing
scarce.
before.
Just glide your fingers
I'm
through
not
the length
into
of the stem to
Britain.
gather the seed bundle.
That looks
Process it
really
down
cool,
further
though.
by vigorously rubbing it in between your hands, and you've got yourself a densely packed fibrous tinder bundle.
That's
Take it back to your
cool.
favourite tree
I don't know, I've never
and
seen
throw a
that
couple
plant
sparks at
before.
it will instantly combust into flame.
I
and
burped
will
on
burn
it.
for a considerable
It started the
amount of time, depending
fire.
on how densely you've packed the bundle. The denser you pack it, the slower it will burn. And in similar vein, thistle seed.
Thistle
From
seed.
as early as late spring, the unopened
love
buds of
thistle
these prickly
seed.
thistles can be pried open to reveal their immature, yet still flammable seed. Or you may catch up, they've erupted
Thistle
into
seed.
fluff, so with the same principles as shown before, gather the bundle, pack it tight, give it a spark, and you'll have a slow-burning wick. to serve as
Whoa,
the
that was kind of
boundary
cool.
for
It
your
looks like
fire.
cotton candy.
Easy peasy. Punkwood,
Thistle
found amongst
seed.
the forest floor or long dead
Where is he
hard-standing
finding
trees,
this
is
stuff?
punkwood, a term used to describe rotten wood that has decayed to the point where it no
Oh.
longer contains any structural
Rotten
integrity.
wood.
As such, being incredibly weak and brittle, drier specimens of punkwood will disintegrate into dust upon a light crushing in the
Oh.
hands, and it is this inherent weakness that makes punkwood very susceptible to a hot shower of sparks.
Okay,
So break yourself
that's
up a
cool. I've
piece,
actually seen rotten wood
delicately apply the
before.
ferro rod on top,
That's actually
and
very
scrape.
useful
The sparks
information.
will catch, so breathe and bellow that small ember to spread it around. And voila! Your piece of
Voila!
punkwood is now ready to be placed into a nice dry
I've seen
bundle
lots
dead
of rotten
grass
wood before.
to be blown into
I want to do
glorious
that.
flame.
I want to do that a
Wood
lot.
shavings. If your knife
We
is
already
sharp
know this.
enough or
We
your
already know
gear
the wood
quirky
shaving
enough,
one.
You can shave off
Punk
super
wood.
thin wispy strips of wood from
Makes a lot of
ordinary
ash.
sticks and branches.
Ooh.
Incredibly
Ash
useful
again.
in instances where dry tinders are hard to find.
Is he
as this allows
pencil
you to access the
sharpening that
dry inner
twig?
hardwood. Place your ferro rod underneath the
I
coals
would
and
rather
scrape
feel a
those
lot more
sparks into the
cooler
bundle.
using a knife.
Be mindful that it can take a while to ignite these pure wood shavings. They are stubborn. It does require some vigor.
I would
But
love
don't
to
let up,
to
and the
make
stars
shavings
will
using a
align you
knife,
eventually.
not a pencil sharpener.
Perfect. And last
Perfect.
but not least, plain Jane old dead grass. While typically used to nurse ember into flame, it can stand alone as its own base flame source. It may take years of life off your ferrocerium rod, but as long as you can continuously pump in the heat faster than the grass can dissipate it, then the heat will build and build until eventually it will combust into flames.
Get
And
combusted.
that is a rather simple way of doing things. And that concludes
Beautiful,
the 10
classic.
natural tinders that you can use to make a fire.
That was a perfect. What did he say at the end? Did he say woof? Woof? Did he bark? What did he say at the end of the video? What was that? Combustin', bustin', I'm a bustin'. Based on what I've heard, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't survive in the woods. Listen, I can fight a bear. I growl back at them and they're so intimidated they'll walk away on 2 legs. Yeah. Ooh, I want to eat tree sap. I gotta try that. Conjunction function is my bustin'. Okay, so we learned in that video. Red cedar is fluffy and very usable. It's a good texture for Tinder. This is a video all about Tinder, by the way. Birchwood, I did not say that right. Birchwood is water resistant and highly flammable. You can skin the tree like a psychopath and then wrap the skin around your finger if you want to get that intimate. And then you get all those little curvy things and then you use your rod. Okay, the flint and steel tactic. Yeah. You can scrape wood and use dust. Okay, so you can get some birch wood and you just scrape it back and forth. You get that dust and then you can spark it. Or you can use dead grass. You can use pine cones and crush the pine cones into dust and use the dust and spark it up. Or you can use a punk wood, otherwise known as rotten wood, which can also be crushed into dust. Did you guys know that? I'm learning so much. I'm not making it sound cursed. What do you take me as? I'm an educator. I have a license for this. I made it up in my head. Yeah. Wow. I would rather encounter a bear because Rye would snap me in twine like Bane. Bane? Who? Nah. Okay. Wait, I learned a lot. Okay, wait. Okay, now I'm gonna ask the same question I did earlier. Did you guys learn anything yet? You guys absolutely had to learn something. I didn't write down the fungus notes because I'm not gonna touch fungus in the wilderness. No, miss me with that. I'm not gonna touch fungus and play with it and squeeze it and look at the buoyancy. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a little weirdo. Poop fungus! No more poop fungus. No more poop fungus.
Our first fire is the teepee fire.
Okay, this is we know this already.
It gives off nice high flames, so if you're sitting above the fire level, you'll feel that warmth and is incredibly easy to maintain. Here's how to
I want to make that.
We start by building a tinder bundle, which for me consists of
I think this is a rundown, Breads. We know this.
Slicing thin curls on a stick like this is called feathering and makes some great kindling for the heart of your fire.
Someone talked about that.
You just balance sticks up against one another, just kind of lean them in a teepee shape, and that's really all there is to it. Just make sure there's enough spacing for
I'm not
ventilation,
gonna lick
or else
trees.
your fire's gonna smother
I'm gonna
out
do that
before it catches
supervised.
on. Light this one from the bottom up. That heat is gonna rise, and ignite this one actually really quick. I started an official timer at this point to compare all 3 of the fires. I wanted to look at how long it really took to get going, when maintenance was required, when did the fire collapse down, and the quality of cooking
what kind of autism?
water boil test. So taking a look at the thermal camera now, we could really see how
okay,
this fire
I gotta buy a thermal camera.
Center, and it's like a protection from the elements as it builds up. But there's a trade-off.
I want fire
that tinder
autism.
bundle in the middle is so protected that it may burn out entirely before the fire fully catches on. Under the thermal camera, we can see that the heat is there and it is building.
Look at the
this
heat.
Is a point where a campfire like this requires a bit of maintenance, but it's not much, just a little bit of rearranging and maybe a few more.
Do you guys have a thermal camera?
Really get it going. So our initial maintenance on this fire is at about 7 minutes. And we could see as this fire grows, that heat is going vertical, which is really good if you're sitting up higher, like on a chair or a log, and you want to feel that heat fast. At this point, I headed down to the water to wet one of my big wool socks to see just how well the campfires would do at drying them out.
Stop playing with your sock, man! Put it back on!
So we can safely say it was fully involved at about 10 minutes. And with the thermal overlay, we can now see that heat is being produced in pretty much every direction. And now at 14 minutes and 45 seconds, we have our collapse. Now, one thing to note here, though it didn't actually happen.
That's so sad it collapsed.
Sometimes when a teepee
sock is getting crispy.
it'll smother itself completely out. So just something to watch for. Now I apologize in advance, but the temperature you're about to see here is in degrees Celsius. So if you don't quite know the conversion,
oh thank God,
you can still see the relative
big
heat
fuck.
So the back of the rocks are fairly cold, but the front are really starting to absorb some heat, especially up high. With this type of fire, the ground
18
level
degrees,
is not going to be as hot
21,
as the higher levels, and the wool sock is
10.
going to absorb heat the fastest. And
The wool sock is a point of interest.
24 minutes of burn time.
Alright, I'm learning.
So to test their quality, I filled up about 2 cups of water in a titanium pot and set it directly on those coals. With a good amount of heat still condensed in that center, it took exactly 7 minutes and 30 seconds for the 2 cups of water to boil.
I want to
boil
water.
As well, and it seemed pretty dry, so
Stop touching that side.
So I'll save my thoughts on this fire until we can see how the other two compare. But I'll first show you what steps I took to make this as fair of a comparison as I could manage. I first harvested all the wood from the exact same tree. Then I split all the logs into as equal sized pieces
I'm gonna play Stardew.
Divvied them up into 3 equal piles. I then weighed the piles. Added exactly 1 pack pouch worth of birch bark for each one, and even used a moisture meter to make sure the moisture content was pretty even for each.
I want to use a moisture meter.
Okay, so the next fire we're taking a look at is called the log
No more
cabin
soggy
fire.
bread.
It's known to be smooth and steady without any large collapses, has a very even heat distribution, and requires a little bit less maintenance.
This is a
All
more
reasons why
advanced
this might be the second
explanation
most popular fire layout
of these
and
fires.
is only slightly more difficult to master than the teepee fire. Here's how to make it. Start with your tinder bundle in the middle, exactly the same as how we made the teepee fire. Stack a bit of kindling on there just to make sure there's going to be fuel in the middle to get the whole thing going. Now we're going to form the structure, which is a base of 4 fuel logs, and you're just going to keep building up and up, stacking just like you would a log cabin, and every layer
I
up
think
is
this is
gonna be
like a
closer
research
to the center.
video.
Now similar
like
to
a
the teepee fire, we're lighting
hypothesis.
this one from the
Hypotheses?
bottom up. You might find it's a little bit harder to light.
This music
just
is
because the log
reminding me of
frame
Skyrim.
itself is kind of a barrier from getting that flame into the tinder bundle. As that fire starts going, we could use a time lapse to see how that fire actually spreads.
This music is making me feel
engulfed into flames, and now that heat is
I don't know what that word
equally in
means
every
actually.
direction.
Urethral?
Now that we're approaching the 7-minute mark, we
Yeah,
can actually
you're finally
see that
awake.
just like the teepee fire, that center tinder bundle is burned out almost completely. However, because the log cabin fire has
When
this
is it
large
gonna
base
fall?
at the top,
When's
embers,
the
coals, and
collapse?
fuel are going to be constantly falling down, keeping the fire going so you don't have to maintain it at this point. So at around 8 minutes and 30 seconds, this fire is ripping pretty good. And using the thermal, we can see
Rippin', it's
exactly how
rippin'!
the heat is distributed in a pretty even way. The wet sock comes in at around the 10-minute mark,
Put that away!
after no time at all, it's heated up to
He
a
loves his wet
significant
sock.
temperature that we didn't really see
Till
with
this
the
day,
teepee
it's still
fire.
wet.
Now this is primarily because the log cabin fire is keeping the heat lower, whereas the teepee fire disperses that heat in a more vertical fashion. At just shy of 14 minutes, we see the first thing that resembles a collapse, which is just a minute shy, but still in the same realm as when the teepee fire collapsed. Now just a note here, the log cabin fire is the one you want to choose if you have kind of an open fire pit or you're using it in a fireplace. Just because the teepee fire is prone to sudden collapse, and that could end up in a log rolling away. With the log cabin fire, you don't experience that. At about 17 minutes in, my first bout of
That's actually
maintenance is
smart.
required as the fire's at risk of going out. It doesn't require much.
Okay.
I don't need to add anything
Log
to it. I'm
cabin
just going to gather all the embers into one
fire
spot because the outside of the fuel logs aren't really
collapses
burning. So the teepee fire
safely,
required some maintenance at
whereas
around the 7-minute mark, and then a little bit more for the
fire
duration of its burn. Whereas the log cabin fire only
cause
needed
rolling-
maintenance once at around the 17-minute mark.
Rolling
And now at almost
stones.
the
I want to see
exact
rolling
same
stones.
time as the teepee fire, we
Rolling
have
logs.
at 24 minutes some beautiful cooking coals.
Upon
So we add our 2 cups of water,
collapse.
and right at pretty much the same time for the log cabin and teepee fire.
Okay,
7
so it
minutes and
boils
30
the
seconds,
same.
The water has boiled. And the sock test results in the sock being a little bit more dry than the teepee fire, though it's not that noticeable.
Yeah,
So I'll save my
okay.
thoughts on this one too until we look at the third fire, which is one of my personal
Which
favorites.
one?
It's the upside down or reverse fire lay, which is a more advanced and
What?
lesser known fire because it takes some patience and practice skill to really get it
What?
going. But the
It's
trade-off
not
is that
the
once
pyramid?
it does get going, there is little to no maintenance required, and you'll
I
be
don't get
rewarded with
it.
some
Have
of
you
the
guys
highest
have
quality
you guys
cooking
heard of the reverse
Here's how to
fire?
make it. First, we're going to start with our tinder bundle. Once you have a decent amount, just take it and set it aside for now. Take your largest fuel logs and arrange them in a column across with a little bit of space in between. The next layer will be in a row,
he's playing
perpendicular
Jenga.
to your first layer. Now we're going to fill the gaps in between with some of the tinder that we set aside. Start to add some kindling as well, some of those feather sticks or little wood chips. That'll help
this is too
sustain the fire
complicated
as it
for me.
builds.
I'm just a
Now we built
newbie.
the next layer in a column perpendicular to the one
You
below.
never heard of
Again, fill
these?
the gaps with both tinder and kindling.
Oh, it's good
To
for
finish this
overnight
off, we just add
fire.
a top row, and again, each layer up has smaller sticks as you build. We add a bunch of kindling and tinder to the top now in preparation to light it. And this fire is actually lit from the top down, hence the name the top down or reverse fire. Now this is more of an advanced fire lay because you have to get all the spacing just right.
Yeah,
and
it's
properly fill it
Jenga with
tinder
tinder
and kindling
filling.
so
Yeah,
it'll
yeah,
light
yeah.
effectively. But additionally, as you're lighting it from the top, that flame is going to be really exposed to wind and the elements, whereas the other fire styles have the tinder bundle protected by the outer structure of the fire. Now looking through the thermal lens, we could see how this fire actually works, which is fairly hard to tell just from watching the fire with your naked eye. The embers form on top and slowly drop to the bottom. And because we have layers of tinder and kindling that we built in as we were stacking the fire up, those are going to help this fire combust from the top, slowly down to the bottom, and then all at once, which maximizes both efficiency and heat because everything's going to ignite at the exact same point. Now for reference, it took 8 whole minutes to get to this stage here, which is just when the fire actually starts to go, and 8 minutes in on the other fires looked something like this. Now at the 10-minute mark, I add the wet sock in.
It's gonna collapse soon. It's gonna collapse soon. I'm so ready.
At the 12-minute mark, it is absolutely fully involved. And now throwing on that thermal overlay, we can see the sock is the hottest it has ever been in any of the 3 scenarios.
What?
And now moving that temperature monitor all around,
That's
we can
so
see
interesting.
that pretty much all the areas, even the ground in front of the fire,
So the strategy of building your fire really matters, huh?
At 16 minutes and 30
I didn't know
seconds,
that.
you can see what is as close to as a collapse as there's going to be with this type of fire. It's very minimal, and the fuel
I want to
generally
make
just
this
stays
fire.
together and burns
I want to
efficiently
make
to the end.
this.
And this time lapse just shows how
You're not
condensed that fuel is.
irritated.
It just stays like this. And it's worth noting that this fire didn't require any maintenance at all. After the initial light, it just slowly burned on its own and turned into this condensed mass of heat. And eventually will turn into the perfect cooking coals. Now it took 26 minutes and 30 seconds to get to the perfect cooking coals, and then took only 5 minutes to boil, which was 2.5 minutes less than the other 2 fires. Now that we've tested all 3 fire lays, I can't definitively say that any one is better than the others. Instead, they all just have their own distinct usages. Starting with the teepee fire, this one I'm going to classify as the social fire. This is such a classic go-to fire because not
I'm never
only
making
is
this
it,
one.
in my opinion, the best looking fire, but it's geared towards spreading heat upwards when sitting around a fire socially. And because it requires pretty frequent maintenance, it's easy for anyone in a social setting sitting around a fire to just lay logs and stack them in on that teepee. It's
Where's
one of
the introvert
easiest and
fire?
quickest fires to make. It hits its maximum burn temperature very quickly, and overall is one of the best fires you could build. The log cabin fire is one I like to dub the Old Faithful. It's a steady and reliable fire type, and honestly just solid in every aspect. It's not hard to build, doesn't require too much maintenance, it looks great, is effective for drying out clothes, and produces a very uniform heat spread. Overall, the log cabin should definitely be part of every camper's skill set. Now the reverse fire might just be my
anti-social
favorite type of
fire.
I like to dub it the utility fire. While it does take the most amount of setup and the most amount of skill, and it has a very slow start, it makes up for all of that and more by its ability to be completely maintenance free. That means that I could set up this fire and then go around camp and do some other tasks without having to watch it every single second. So I know it won't go out. When I do get back to
make
it,
that
it's gonna
really
have
bad
perfect
actually.
Cooking coals left, and almost all of that wood has burned very efficiently. Let me know in the comment section below which campfire you like best.
Let me know in the comments below what you think of this.
Camping tutorial, I think you'd like this video here. This is your
What
friend DJ from the
video?
Bare Essentials,
I'm
and
scared so
thank you
bad.
for stopping by.
Why does the video always have to end to this drawing illustration? Oh my gosh. Wow. Look up rocket stove? Rocket stove? Oh my god, what in the industrial is this? This is a whole industrial fire. What the heck? Alright, so we learned just like a few more additional things in this video, which was a log cabin fire, which we already learned earlier. But it's actually a little bit safer than the 𝗱𝗲 fire. The TP fire, because a TP fire, upon collapse, risks rolling away logs. Whereas the log cabin fire, upon collapse, it doesn't really go anywhere. And then we learned a very utility use type of fire called the reverse fire. It's Jenga with tinder fillings. And it's low maintenance. And it's slow burning. And it's very, very hot, apparently. Yeah? I'm learning. Oh, yeah, sock. I'm learning. Yeah. Oh my god. I have so much freaking knowledge. Okay. I'm gonna have to, like, remember all of this. All these notes. I'm saving it. I'm saving my notes. I'm gonna write it down later. When I write down and report my findings. Holy cow, guys, look at this! Please observe. Oh my god. It is so cute. I can't. Look at this. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Wow. I love this. It's... I look like that. That's me. That's me. Oh my god. That's me. Oh my god. It's literally me. It's literally me. Don't look at my arms. Don't look at it. Don't look at my arms, guys. It's just connected from the rest of my body. Don't look at it. I love this drawing. I love this drawing. I was actually a little scared at first. I was like, oh my gosh, what if, like, people draw Rye and they make my skin super duper pale? Like, I was a little scared of that. Like, my tan, like, darker skin is very important. Is very important to me, to my character. But like, people are pretty accurate with it. Like the artists have drawn like correctly everything. Also, I reposted this on my Twitter. Oh my gosh, these commissions. Thank you so much, Goody, for commissioning it. It's beautiful art. It makes me so happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy. Okay, anyway, I gotta stop looking at this. It's so cute. It's so cute! It's so cute! Oh, why am I angry? Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad, my bad. Oh, wait. Where did my... Okay, there you go. Get over... No! Not you! You! There we go. Our next video, which is, we're gonna get a little advanced breads. So we know how to make a fire. We know how to maintain it. We know the various ways and strategies of making a fire. We know the numerous ways of making tinder. But do you know how to make rain? Do you know how to make fire in the rain? I don't know how. Let's see, let's learn. Time to sop up more information. I'm not learning.
Welcome to Corporal's Corner. Today I'm going to show you how to make and sustain a fire in wet weather conditions. So stick around, we have an outstanding show coming up.
Wow, I'm gonna stick around. Woo! Welcome everybody to Corporal's Corner. Oh, sorry. This is how jump scared me.
Now a storm just came through here and trashed the place. Everything is soaking wet.
Oh, that's horrible.
Which is perfect because today I want to talk about how to make and sustain a fire in wet conditions.
Okay.
More importantly, what to do when the tinder, kindling, and the fuel are damp, marginal, or soaking wet. Now before somebody loses their mind and says, it's not dumping water. He ain't representing.
He ain't representing.
Keeping it real.
Damn real.
First off, take a break.
Take a break.
Second, here's the reality. If it was dumping buckets of water, are you going to be A, hunkered down somewhere, or B, out there getting soaking wet trying to light a fire. I'm probably going to be hunkered down. Once that storm passes or lets up,
okay,
then my work begins.
Okay.
So with that, let's go ahead and utilize our 10-piece kit or our 10 C's of survivability.
Okay.
Dig in our pack and see what we're already carrying to make this happen.
I'm so ready for this video. I mean show, he said. He calls it a show. Ah. Yeah, that's wet.
Okay, so first things first, wood collection. Grab a poncho, or in this case, a 55-gallon drum lighter that's 6 mil in thickness.
What?
Which is worth their weight in gold. It can be used for a poncho, water collection.
55-gallon what?
Protection. I'm gonna grab that bag and I'm gonna walk through this wooded area and I'm gonna collect smalls. Now smalls are nothing more than sticks that are pencil lead, pencil, finger and thumb size in diameter. I wanna grab those sticks, about 18 inches in length,
diameter.
I'm gonna place them into that bag. Now like I mentioned, everything out here is wet. However, hearing that nice clean break tells me the wood on the inside is perfectly dry.
Okay, so if it snaps, it's dry inside. Cool, I didn't know that. Snap them drinks! Snap it! I can smell this video. It does smell like wet leaves and wetness. Wet moss, wet nature. It's so refreshing. I would just use a trash bag. So how about that weather, guys? I don't smell like a wet dog. I smell fine. I took a shower yesterday. I smell great. I use this deodorant called Old Spice.
All right, so the bag is about half full. We get that perfect ratio of smalls, which are pencil lead, pencil, finger, and thumb size sticks. Now, because the ground is wet, I want to go ahead and build a platform. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and utilize my same fire lay from my previous videos. We're going to get that done, and then talk about how we're going to light this bad boy.
Okay.
All right, so first things first, we want to build a small platform.
Wet wood sounds like so tough to work with.
Off that wet ground. Next thing I want to do is I want to check the wind direction. Right now there is no wind direction. If there were, I want to place my fire in the direction of that airflow so that breeze will actually come through here and carry those flames throughout my fire.
Oh, that's actually smart.
Since we have no wind,
I didn't think of
we'll go ahead and build our standard V shape. So all I'm going to do, grab a handful of sticks or smalls and create a V. One on this side, one on that side.
Into fire. I'm confused. I've never been more confused ever. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll just use a trash bag. I only have 55-gallon.
So in a way you have walls. You have a V shape here and here, each leg, okay? Now right after that, I'm gonna grab some sticks and I'm gonna place them perpendicular on top of that V.
Oh.
Once I get my fire lit, I can now take those sticks and roll them on top.
Sticks in a V shape. In a V shape? What? Have you guys ever done this? Yeah, rain means no fire stands. This is definitely creative. He made a little roof.
All right, so far so good.
Why is the camera so high?
Let's talk about our next kit item. For me, it's going to be cargo tape. And that could be a 2-inch roll or a 1-inch roll.
I can tell the camera recording this guy, the camera guy's taller.
All we're going to do is we're going to take that tape and pull off an 18-inch piece and then roll it into a small cigar shape. I want 3 of those.
I'm not understanding.
I know for me, fingertip to elbow in length is approximately 19 inches.
19 inches? This is definitely ASMR for sure. Okay, nice length. Nice length.
So once again, all we're going to do is we're going to roll this up.
Oh my god, he's making a joint. He's getting crazy with it. You gonna speed it up or no? Okay, we're here for the whole ride. We don't need to speed up the video. We're in this in live time. Holy fuck. Nice roll.
Get 2 more and you're good to go.
Oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay, nice.
Oh yeah, now it's starting to rain. And why is that great? Because if it ain't raining, we ain't training. All right, so we have our 3 rolls. I'm gonna take my ordinary Bic lighter because why? A Bic lighter is my primary go-to source, especially in inclement weather like this.
A Bic
I'm not
lighter?
gonna screw around with the bow drill. I'm not gonna screw around with the ferro rod.
What?
Bic lighter, first time,
What?
every time.
What?
All I'm gonna do is take this,
Okay.
place my rolls in a triangle shape, and light the ends.
Okay. What? What is this? What am I watching? He's touching tips? This is crazy. He must be ex-military, you think? You think he learned this in the military? He had to have, because what the fuck is this technique? Duct tape? He has no fire gloves. Oh my god, he made a triangle.
By staggering those rolls, the ends will burn and eventually
The camera is so
consume itself
high.
in the shape of a triangle. And what does that do? It causes that center to be extremely hot, which will do what? Dry out the small pencil, pencil lead, and finger and thumb size sticks.
Okay.
Once I have a nice hot coal bed, then I can place larger sticks in there or around it and dry them out. Let's go ahead and get it done.
Oh, the phrase "if it raining, you ain't training" is used in military at the time. Oh, so he is ex-military. Naruhodo. Is this not different than the other fires we learned about though? Let's be real, guys. Is this different somehow? And isn't duct tape plastic?
Now you can see all the white smoke coming off here. All it's doing is drying out those small sticks, the pencil lead first, followed by the pencil, finger, and then thumb size. Once those flames climb above the current fuel source, meaning
It's
they're up
less
here,
structured.
I can go ahead and add some more.
Oh,
Start drying those out as well.
Oh, he's drying out the woods. This is definitely a chaotic looking fire for sure. Guess it's good in the rain. Yeah. This is different from what we saw earlier. Wait, he's just touching it with his bare hand. Stop that. This guy's
Last ones
metal.
are laid this way. I want to lay the next ones perpendicular.
Okay.
Open it up. Get those channels in there.
Blow it.
Airflow. Fire loves chaos. And climb through those channels like a chimney. Gonna get the oxygen that it needs and do its thing.
Okay. That's actually a nice fire. What the heck? Yeah, the fire smoke is like it's cursed. The fire smoke goes in the direction of your face and eyes. Oh my god, his hands are just touching it. The tips of the fire. One time, I thought I would be cool if I took out a candle with my thumb and pointer finger, so I licked my fingers and then I took out the candle with my tips and it didn't hurt at all. It was actually kind of cool. And I impressed my family. Yeah. Crackle. Honestly, this video is making me sleepy. It's so nice. Like the rain and the sticks burning. Oh, this is so comfy. I like this video.
Outstanding. Now it's starting to rain.
Why is the
Look
camera
back here with a
getting
nice clean
taller?
burn. The moisture's burned off with a nice hot coal bed. From here, I can add my fuel source.
taller.
Fuel meaning sticks that are larger than thumb size.
Please make it taller. Please make it taller. The camera just keeps getting taller increasingly. Higher angle. It's kind of silly. You reignite a candle from its smoke? I didn't know that. Oh, it's a selfie stick. The smoke wants attention. This is true. You dig a fire pit and then dig another one next to it and they connect. It will finally have smoke. What? I don't want to dig holes though. I'm not a dog. I'm a bunny. Yeah, they don't have a fire ring. They're breaking the law.
And there you have it.
It's higher.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Right now it's still raining out here, so I'm going to continue the process. You never want to grab sticks that are the size of your forearm and just toss them onto a fire. Whether it's optimal conditions, meaning 120 outside, and bone dry, or raining like this. Build from the bottom up. Establish that coal bed with a hot coal base, and then continue on.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Well, careful. His hand is so uncomfortably close to the fire. Oh, bunnies dig burrows? I knew that. Bunny digs holes? Oh, no, bad. My bad.
Now, one last thing you can do to aid in the process is work around the fire, meaning anything along the outside that's dried out, that kind of burned in half and kind of fell by the wayside, go ahead and scrape that up, place it on top. One, because I know it's already dried out, and two, it's probably smaller diameter sticks that will burn faster, drying out the larger size ones.
I don't know what he just said. It did not go through my brain. What did he say? Huh? Right, cool. Awesome. Doesn't sound like it's raining anymore.
Okay, so I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but check this out. Putting those 3 rolls of duct tape in there in the shape of a triangle was roughly the size of this diameter right here.
Look, I'm not trying to beat a horse, but let's be real.
Now look at it. We're about 18 to 20 inches diameter, okay? And it keeps growing. And that's the real trick. You gotta baby this stuff. You go up 1 tier, meaning larger than your thumb, for your fuel source. Add some more smalls. Then go 1 more. Add some more smalls.
More smalls.
That fire is going to continue to grow, creating that nice hot coal bed.
Pencil finger diameter
That way, if it does start raining
sticks.
intermittently, say for 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you're still going to have coals that you can come back to.
What's happening now? He's gonna add more smalls. Look, 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 look. He's adding more smalls. Yeah. He's cracking it so he knows it's dry on the inside. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's it doing this without a freaking rock around it? No rock ring. No pit. No pits in sight. How? Okay. Cool.
Welcome back. Getting a fire started and sustained in wet weather conditions is outstanding, as long as you have the right tools for that job. Now, speaking of tools, before someone says, well, why not carry this?
Well, why not carry this?
Why not carry that?
Well, why not carry that?
I challenge you to go back to this video, re-watch it, and show me in that video where I said, only carry this, don't carry that.
Okay.
The sole purpose of the 10 C's of survivability is to give you healthy options. They all work together, as well as working individually. As you can see, the cargo tape is meant for self-aid, clothing repair, gear repair, and now it can moonlight as a fire starting option. As always, all the gear in my videos can be found on my Amazon influencer page. I'll toss that link inside the description box. Please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.
Yeah, yeah. I see. Okay. Well, Breads, if it ever starts raining, remember that V shape, okay? Roll up some tape joints and make a triangle, set the tips on fire, make them touch, and then start building up your fire. You put the coals on the bottom, and then build on top of it. So keep adding smalls, alright? Alright. That was crazy. That was a crazy contrast. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, that outro was that's kind of cool. That's kind of heat. He had the heat. He's got that slight awkwardness of an older guy talking to a younger generation. Look, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but let's be real. I like that quote. That's gonna stick with me. That's gonna stick with me. So, we learned. We're learning things. V-shaped fire. Tra la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. Today we're going to show you how to make bread on a campfire. We're going to show you lots of different techniques.
Oh my god. I had to add this video. I'm sorry. I had to add it.
And taste real good. All right, let's get to it.
I had to add it. Outdoor Boys!
Warning, this video is not keto friendly.
It's not keto friendly.
Not many people think of bread as a camping food, but it is a fabulous camping food.
Yes.
Its ingredients are non-perishable
Yes.
and super light.
Absolutely.
This small bag of dry ingredients is enough to make a large loaf of bread and a big meal for me. Now, I know a lot of you out there are intimidated by making bread. Bread making can be complicated, but it can also be extremely basic. So let me give you the most basic recipe to get you started. Bread flour, sugar, salt, yeast, and water. Now first you pour some bread flour into a bowl, make a little hole in the middle, and fill that hole with a little bit of yeast, a pinch of sugar, and a little dash of salt around the edge. Fill that hole with warm water, mix it with your finger, and give it about 5 minutes or until it looks all frothy and bubbly. Mix that all up and keep adding a little bit of water at a time until you get a nice sticky dough that you can still form into a ball. You want it sticky enough that it sticks to your fingers in the counter, but dry enough that it can actually form into a ball. Pound, stretch, and roll that dough until it starts to set up and get stretchy. It'll dry up and no longer stick to your fingers or the counter, and you'll be able to stretch it apart and see through it. It's called window painting. If you can stretch it enough that you can see light through it, then you've kneaded it enough.
Classic.
Once that's done, cover it and let it sit
Actual
for
footage
1
of
hour
my
or
bird.
until it's doubled in size. Then you know it's ready to bake. You can use it immediately, or you can stick it in the fridge and save it to take it camping or use it another day. 10 hours later, you can see it's doubled in size in the fridge. If the dough gets warm or you leave it in the fridge for more than 3 days, it'll just slowly become
hardcore bread baking
starter,
right there.
and you can use it just like you would any other sourdough starter.
Oh my God.
You can make sourdough pancakes. You
Breads,
can add
yeah, you
flour
guys
and
just
water
watch
to
your
it to make a
existence
sourdough bread.
start.
It's great. Now, I've kneaded and mixed dough out in the field plenty of times, but if you want some shortcuts, here's one. You can add water and all of your ingredients to a plastic bag and knead it in the bag.
Oh, I
it
don't
makes
want
life
to do
a lot
that.
easier,
I thought it was
a lot
messy.
less mess. Once the dough is set up a little bit, you can pull it out of the bag and finish kneading it by hand. Or you can combine all the ingredients
I'm gonna
together,
do that at
stir
home.
it once or twice by
That
hand,
sounds
and
easier.
tuck it into a bag and let it sit for 8 to 10 hours, and it will combine, mix thoroughly, and the yeast will get activated all by itself. You can
Activate
do this
that
in the
yeast.
field or do it the night before you leave on your camp out and have dough ready to go the next morning.
Hell yeah.
All right, I
That's
brought
what we
some
like to
dough
see.
that I made yesterday. This is the one I just added all the ingredients together and let it mix in the bag. And this is the one I spent all the time kneading. And they're really, really similar.
Oh, he's gonna have the side-by-side difference. Oh, that looks so
Look
good.
at the nice stretch that's developed
that's
overnight.
so nice.
Looking good.
Ooh.
Hey, Jacob, hey, babe.
Hey, Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Look, I've got Jacob and Becca with me.
Hi,
All right, guys, now I'm going to show you how
Becca.
to cook bread over fire using a stick.
Whoa, careful with that.
Feel the heat of the fire with your hand.
What's
And the spot
happening?
where you can hold your hand for just about the count of 30.
I want to
but
make
no
bread in
longer.
a camping
That's
vlog.
about 375 degrees. That's where you want to be cooking.
I
your
want to do
bread. Take a glob
that.
of bread, not too much. Roll it into a snake.
Ooh.
Skewer one part of the snake way down here.
Skewer
Then wrap
it
it around
with a stick
the
and
end
wrap the stick
and skewer
around
it on the end like
to
that.
the tip.
You want to be able to see a little bit of
and
the stick poking through between
squeeze
the
it.
wraps. Just like that.
Oh, that looks so good, dude.
Just kind of keep it in a slow heat and just keep rotating
Oh
it
my
every
God, that
once in a
looks
while.
so good.
Let it cook thoroughly. Becca's just painting. Jacob's playing in the water.
Oh my
I'm baking
god, that
bread.
looks
This is a
so
lovely
good.
day.
Skewered bread?
All right, this is looking pretty done. Let's take it over here. You guys gonna help me eat some bread?
I would love to help.
This is the sweet cinnamon butter from Texas Roadhouse. It comes with their rolls. Is it too hot? We're gonna put some of this sweet cinnamon butter all over this.
Oh my god.
Go for it. Go bite
Eat
into
it, eat
it. Like, pour it on the cob.
Oh, I just stick your tongue out like that.
Was that like the most delicious bread you've ever tasted?
Oh my god,
I'll tell you,
I want to
the
eat
worst
that.
bread recipe tastes better fresh than the best bread recipe tastes cold. Nothing beats fresh hot bread. Now, if you guys don't want to make your own bread from scratch, you can do the same trick with the pre-made doughs, and I like to use the pre-made cinnamon rolls. Just unwind the cinnamon rolls, wrap them around the stick, and then use the frosting in the can.
Not my style.
It's a really
not
great
my style.
breakfast
I don't like
snack
sweet
when you're
stuff. I don't
camping.
like sweet stuff.
All right,
I'm not
gonna
gonna
cook
do
some bread
that.
in the Dutch oven. I'm gonna make biscuits with sharp
His
cheddar
fingers
cheese
are
inside.
floury.
It's gonna be good. You got a block of sharp cheddar here.
Sharp cheddar.
We're gonna take a little bit of cheddar.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh
Gonna
yes.
fold that up in there.
Oh, that looks yummy. Ooh, bread balls, bread
7
balls.
little dough balls with a block of cheddar cheese
Yeah.
inside.
Yes, that looks so good. Ooh.
You want to preheat your Dutch oven, but you want to make sure the temperature isn't too high. Sprinkle a little bit of flour in the Dutch oven, and if the flour smokes, it's too hot.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's too hot. We're gonna let that cool down a little bit.
Okay, so that's actually a really good. That's a good advice. I want to eat cheesy bread. I want to eat cheesy bread. I want to eat cheesy
to
bread.
make sure they're not browning up too quickly.
Ooh, look at those. Perfect. Oh, it's leaking. Oh my god. Ooh.
And smell good.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is the cheese all melted?
Yeah, it's so good. It's perfect.
There you go, fresh warm biscuits with melted cheddar cheese inside.
Oh my god.
Crunchy on the outside, gooey and cheesy in the
Oh
middle.
yes. Yes.
That's good. I gotta stop eating.
Did you hear that crunch?
I got a lot of stuff to film. Flatbreads are hands down the easiest breads to cook over a campfire. There's lots of different ways you can do it. If you guys watch my channel, you've seen me do a lot of survival camping and winter camping. And often I'll use the back of my avalanche shovel in the wintertime to cook flatbreads. It's a great trick and works really well. But if you have a large smooth rock or a flat rock, you can also use that and it works perfectly well. But I got a little cast iron skillet here, so I'm gonna do a fun flatbread recipe. I'm gonna make Navajo tacos.
Flatbread. Flatbread time. Flatbread time. Flatbread time. Cast
I got a
iron.
little corn oil here, but you can also use canola, peanut, vegetable, whatever. So just gonna grab some bread dough and spread it out into a disc. Do it like you're making a tiny pizza.
Spread.
As the moon hits your eye. There we go. Nice bit of flatbread.
Nice.
All right, let's test our oil and see if it's hot enough. Nope, not yet.
That's a shit ton of
We got
oil.
our disc of bread here. We're gonna put it right in there.
Put disc bread. It keeps lagging. That looks so fucking good. Oh my god.
Now, if
Give
you
it
want
to
to
me.
pull these out of the skillet and smother them in honey butter and fried bacon, it is one of the most amazing breakfasts ever.
What the fuck? Why did he do that? That was against all the rules we just learned.
Taco seasoning.
Fry. Oh my
That
god.
smells good.
Dude, beef and taco seasoning is the easiest thing ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, I would fuck that up.
There we go, Navajo taco.
Thank you. This looks so good.
I want that. Give it to me.
So good.
I'm gonna eat all of that. Oh yes.
If you really want to show off, you can make campfire pizza, and you don't need a Dutch oven to do it. You can use the same dough recipe and just sandwich it between two
This
shallow
is
cookie
crazy
sheets
camping
using a pair of
cookies.
C-clamps.
What?
Just put some coals top and bottom on there.
Yes.
And bam, you have the most amazing
Oh,
campfire
fuck.
pizza.
Oh
so
my
delicious.
god.
Yeah, that's a good crust. I'm proud of that. If you're in the woods and you want to
I'm
bake
so
a proper
hungry.
loaf of bread
I
and you
just
don't
ate
have
dinner.
any utensils or cooking gear at all, you
so
can build a stone bread oven. Then go and build
Breads
a
are
roaring
rolling
fire
out their
in there and
mouths.
let it burn for like 20-30 minutes at least. Get all of those rocks nice and hot. Do a nice stiff
I'm
dough
so
that'll
hungry.
hold a ball shape. and let it bake for about 15 minutes or until it's nice and golden brown. That will make you a delicious, chewy,
look at that.
crunchy crust loaf of bread. It's absolutely delicious. One of the most primitive, simple ways to cook a loaf of bread is to cook it in the gray fire ash. Get yourself a nice stiff dough and roll it into a ball and bury that dough. Make sure there's hot coals all
was there
around
tinfoil
it, and
over
let
that?
it bake for about 15 minutes.
It's dirty.
And then just pull it out, dust it off, and it's good to eat. Don't worry about the fire ash. It won't hurt you. It's completely sanitary, and it tastes just like flour. By the way, you can also cook steaks just by laying them on the coals. Works really well. The coals will stick to the steak when you first put it on, but once the steak is done, the coals fall right off. If you want to make awesome campfire donuts, just take this dough, roll it into rings, deep fry it in some peanut oil, and then roll it around in some powdered sugar as soon as you pull it out of the oil.
I had no idea that's a thing.
It is absolutely amazing.
Ash is technically not that
This is
bad.
something we've made a couple times on campouts, and it's great.
Oh, it's not edible, but it's not harmful. It isn't
is
harmful.
to steam it. And so I'm going to take some of this dough, and I'm going to make some sweet pork steamed buns.
Oh, what the
so
fuck?
I've got this little doohickey right here, and it's a steamer tray.
This looks so good.
I got some shredded pork here.
Oh.
I cooked this slowly for about 8 hours with a bunch of root beer and spices, so it's really
that
sweet.
Sounds so
Take
good.
a nice big glob of that.
Oh no, I'm so hungry. This is torture. So wait, ash isn't poisoning? Steam that, steam it, steam it.
All right, we'll just let that steam for about.
Oh, what a
15
view!
minutes.
That's a pretty view.
Ooh. See, it's just like a normal bun in the middle.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, the pork goodness came out. No, that's actually pretty good. Steaming is a great way to cook a lot of things over an open fire. You can cook muffins, brownies, bread pudding, cakes. You can buy those Just Add Water muffin mixes in the store. Put some of it into a metal cup. Put a flat rock in the bottom of your pot. And just rest that cup on top of the rock so it's not on the bottom. Put the lid on and then just let it steam. It's a great way to cook muffins using equipment you've already got. Another way to cook bread is to boil it. We're gonna make some dumplings. Well, if you ever got a can of soup and you want to make it a little bit more hearty, add some dumplings to it.
I love that can of soup, by the way. I love
extra water
that
in
can
there.
of soup. It's so good.
All right, we'll just get that boiling. You know, you guys might not know this, but my wife has actually got a little website where you can buy her paintings. I'll put a link in the video description below.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Can we talk about what just happened?
That's going. All right. All right, once your soup's boiling, take little chunks of dough, just like that.
You can buy my
drop 'em
wife's
in there.
panties online.
Once you got the dumplings in there, just let it boil for
panties!
about
I thought
4 or
he
5
said
minutes.
panties.
You're ready to eat.
I thought he said panties.
Nice hearty bowl of chicken noodle soup with a bunch of bread dumplings in it. There you go, your soup's gone from something that'll barely whet your appetite to a hearty meal.
I thought he said panties.
All the
She's
same
like,
bread dough.
yep.
Becca, did you enjoy that food?
I loved it all.
Thank God
Good.
Becca's not
If you guys
selling her
wanna see more
panties
campfire cooking
online.
videos,
They go
we've got a ton of
crazy.
them. I'll put a link in the video description below. And if you guys want to see our camping trips, we
Oh,
have
they're
over
fucking
70
funny.
camping trips in our camping adventure playlist. Check it out. We put out new videos every Saturday morning, so don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you like this video,
I swear he said panties. Where did he say it?
you know, you guys might not know this, but my wife has actually got a little website where you can buy her paintings. I'll put a link in the video description below.
Thank you.
I thought he said panties, bro. Oh my god. I was so stun-locked from that. I was like, bro, the kid's right there. The kid's right there. Stop. Oh my god.
We got the
So as you guys can tell, we're going into more of the cooking.
Until 1 o'clock this afternoon. We've been super busy for several days straight, and so we decided to make another video this morning, and we're going to make a video on making a simple campfire breakfast with cast iron skillet. And so we got started early.
Do you guys know how to cook with a cast iron?
Like I talked about in the coffee video,
because I don't.
We started the fire with cedar because it starts easy, gets going quick. But we've got oak on
Who's
top.
this southern gentleman?
Cedar, and we've got logs going.
I don't
know.
know.
We're letting that burn down until we get coals. Again, you cook on coals. You don't cook on wood and fire.
This isn't.
And so
it's linked in my YouTube description.
Begin this process and I hope you'll stay with us and come along.
This is by.
All right, the fire has burned down pretty
fucking
good.
loud.
We got just a couple of the larger sticks are still.
This is by Dry Creek Wrangler School.
Flaming a little bit, but we're going to go ahead. Now, when you do this, there's a couple of things. First, go through your head what you're doing and have everything ready in advance. Okay?
Absolutely.
So we're doing eggs. The eggs are already beat up and scrambled. We've got the cheese grated.
How southern is he's from Texas?
We have sausage. We have everything.
Yeah, cleaning and seasoning the cast iron sounds scary to me.
If you're camping, if you're actually going to go camping, if you're like me, if you hate the mountain house stuff and you want real
I'm hungry.
Then plan your meals in advance.
But suckling on bread curbs my hunger.
Simplify it and then prepare it in advance. So you can get a Tupperware that's of the right size that has a good lid, preferably one that actually.
Yeah, look at his mustache. Look at that.
If you're going to have eggs the next morning.
Look at that little thing.
Camp, go ahead and at home. Go ahead and crack them and
soggy bread.
Put them in that Tupperware. Take them with you, and so have everything ready.
Yummy.
And simplify, okay?
Okay.
Simplify. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to put the skillet on. Now this is going to cook really fast. Oh, the other thing I was
yeah,
gonna say
campfire
is,
cooking. It cooks really fast.
Is like if we got like a young fella who's just left home or fixing ready to leave home, and he doesn't know how to cook. You need to be able to cook, okay? If you're a young married fella and you say, "Well, my wife does the cooking."
If you're a young feller,
when you vow to vow, you vow to take care of your wife.
Oh.
Okay, whatever it took. And there's going to come a time when she's going to be ill. Now, she might have morning sickness. She might have the flu. She might have something. She's going to be ill. Now, maybe she don't want you to cook anything for her, but you're going to need to take care of yourself. All right? And you should be able to cook a simple meal.
Do you know how to cook a simple meal, Breads?
A tasty meal, a filling meal, a meal that you can work on.
Yeah, they got serious. It got deep.
And this will do it. So we got butter.
Got butter.
In the skillet. And we've got some onions.
Oh, yes, fuck onions,
Put the onions in there.
Yes, onions and butter. Ooh, that smell gets me
and then
riled
we've got
up.
Sausage.
Sausage.
Now you figure out the brand of sausage and the type of sausage that you like. You say, aren't you going to saute those onions first? No, I am not.
Get it out of the bag. Get it out of the bag.
The I do not like burnt, black, crispy onions.
No.
So they'll get done.
We like it golden and transparent.
With the sausage. So we're just going to scramble the sausage.
Good start. Yeah, it's a good start. He's trying.
With these onions in the skillet.
Oh, fuck, chorizo. Yes. Ooh, yes, chorizo.
2 skillets. And that one skillet's going to be barely
I
used.
would go. Oh.
This is the meal. When I make breakfast, when we make breakfast around here, this is actually the meal that Mom and I make more than anything. More often than anything, this is.
I just want to say this is me when I'm gonna do my vlogs. I'm gonna be talking about
now, I know
wifey.
From past experience on this channel. Let me just go ahead and address this. I'm going to get folks, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get on there and you're going to say Kent Rollins, Kent Rollins, Kent Rollins. I've seen Kent Rollins' channel, and he's
Who is
great.
he talking?
Okay, he's fantastic. I am not trying to play in Kent Rollins' sandbox. The man is a gourmet chef with.
Is he talking about drama?
And I'm just trying to show you how to make just a simple breakfast that anybody can make You just want a good, wholesome breakfast.
Oh my god! This video is so cute. There's like camping video beef apparently, and he's like, "There's no beef. I'm just making a wholesome camping breakfast
to get you through."
No.
So what we're going to do is we're going to brown.
That drama was
here
crazy.
With the onions. Now, if you don't like onions, you don't have to do onions. You can leave them out.
This is cute. This is a wholesome video.
Mama
No
didn't say,
drama.
I don't know what brand of sausage this is. I prefer Jimmy Dean Original.
Jimmy Dean. Beef in the camping community.
Oh, it's an off-brand. Poor people have poor ways.
Yeah, he's just a man trying to eat. No drama, no beef, just wholesome video.
Now, like everything else, that when I teach, I'm not sure saying this is the only way to do it. This is the way you have to do it. I'm just saying here's an option.
Aww,
I talked in the last video, the last 2 or 3 videos about slowing down. And I guess if this one had a theme, it's simplify. Everything in this country, people thinks everything has to be so complex. And our meals are so complex. There's so many spices. There's so many components, so many ingredients. And I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not trying to be unkind. But we live in an obese country. Because...
I'm sorry, friends. I didn't watch this video. I'm sorry. I didn't watch this video. I wasn't ready for this. Okay, I wasn't ready for him to yap off. Okay, we're gonna continue watching this video. We're gonna stay totally neutral. We're just gonna listen to this guy, and it'll.
One of the things is because our meals have become so complex. We have to have so many components. We have to have so many courses. And we have to have so many flavors. And our body is not addicted to food. You realize that? A lot of folks aren't addicted to food itself. They're addicted to taste. They're addicted to taste. And I want that because it tastes good. And so we need to learn to simplify. Part of slowing down, part of simplifying your life is simplifying the most basics, and there's nothing more foundational, nothing more basic than your diet.
This guy is very honest. Dry Creek Wrangler at school. This is his channel.
All right. Well, I don't want the skillet to get too hot too soon.
Oh, so he has the extra skillet.
We're just going to set that one over there and let it warm up.
Oh, that's for the eggs. This is a chill video.
Now you do your sausage to the level that you want, to your taste, to your like. But I don't like burnt crispy sausage. I don't like burnt crispy bacon. I like to be able to taste it.
What kind of gun do you think this guy owns?
There we go. So it's browned and it's cooked.
I'm thinking a shotgun.
Now we're just gonna pour the eggs in.
Ooh, classic. Yes. 6-shooter and a shotgun. Big iron on his hip. Big iron on his
This
hip.
isn't simple enough for you. There's not much I can do for
Colt? Oh, you guys are saying
right.
Colt. Twitch is saying Colt, and YouTube is
Mama's
saying
keeping me in line
6-shooter.
here. We need to get her seasoned now.
Get her
Season
seasoned.
to taste. Keep it simple. Got some black pepper.
Got some pepper. Pepper.
And some basic seasoning salt is what we use. Not too much because the sausage is seasoned. So you don't want to overdo it.
Right. It's a good rule of thumb. You check if your butter is salted. Check if your sausage is seasoned. Ooh, I'm gonna fuck that up. I'm gonna eat that. Oh, that looks good. Ooh. Get in my mouth. I love breakfast. Breakfast is my favorite.
Now, if you like your freeze-dried food, by all means, eat it.
What?
I got no problem with that. Them folks that make that stuff and sell that stuff, they got to pay the bills too. But if you want some options, then there's simple options. All right?
I love my free-dried
I don't wanna
food.
cook too fast.
Can you imagine the smell?
Now, if you're just starting out, if you hadn't cooked a whole lot before, you might want to think about doing this meal in the kitchen.
I think it needs cheese and it's perfect.
Do it on the stove, so you've got controlled heat. And kind of get the hang of what you're doing on there.
Smells campfire-y.
And then step up to the campfire.
Smells smoky, smells
Okay?
woody.
Just an option, just something to think
Smells like
about.
nature, smells like eggs.
You gotta crawl before you can walk. But if you're adventurous and you want to just dig a hole in your backyard and just build a big old fire and get started, then by all means.
I want to do that. I want to
sometimes
build
we
a
don't want to
hole
rope
in my
what we can't
backyard.
down.
Dinner time for some breads. Breads are getting hungry.
You can do whatever you want on the tortillas, of course. We like the flour tortillas.
Ooh, chickens are nice. So many eggs. Eggs for months.
And if you're a health nut, don't bother.
Don't bother.
Hey, don't get on here and tell me how bad the butter is and how bad that flour tortilla and start talking gluten and stuff.
Start talking gluten?
I guarantee I'm going to enjoy my breakfast this morning.
It's so fucking
I'm
true.
not gonna let you mess it up.
Speak your shit. So true.
Yeah, you want to put that on this plate?
I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast. Don't talk no gluten. He's definitely got sass, for sure.
It's always good to have someone like Mama to help you.
Oh. This is wholesome. This is relaxing.
Where I'd be without Mama. I hate to think what I'd be without Mama.
I'm gonna cry. This is so wholesome.
Now, I didn't time it, but it's a fairly quick deal. The longest part is just building a fire and letting the coals burn down.
What would I do with no mama? It makes you want to wear a cowboy hat, yeah. We're all blue jeans outfit. Blue jeans, blue denim jacket. Cowboy boots. Look at the mud on those. Cowboy hat. Oh. Wait, so you're not supposed to cook when the fire's going?
Youngins?
Yes?
Self-sufficiency. Okay, you spent your whole life expecting somebody else to do everything for you. Somebody's cooked for you. Somebody's washed your dishes. Somebody's washed your laundry. Somebody's made your bed. Somebody's cleaned your room. You think somebody has paid your cell phone bill. You think somebody's going to...
He's calling me out. I pay my cell phone bill, by the way.
Come by and change a tire for you on the side of the road.
I don't know how to do that. Nobody taught me.
There ain't no way to be. Ain't no way to live. You need to learn self-sufficiency. You need to learn to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Start by cooking. We're done.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I pay my telephone bill. I'll just say
pull
that.
These off. All right. Got.
Can you hear the sighs? The sigh? It sounds like what my dad does, like the deep sigh when you're doing stuff. Ooh, you get some cheese and hot sauce on there, please? You're breathing hard. Nobody's made my bed.
Add a little sour cream if you want.
Oh, yes, sour cream.
Picante, a little pico de gallo.
Yes!
Some
Oh, this is so good.
I don't know, some jalapenos, whatever you want.
Yes,
but me,
please.
keep it simple. There you go. All right.
Who's that?
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something today. I hope it encouraged you a little bit. Everybody's been asking for months now to meet Mama. Well, meet
Hi, Mama.
Definitely not just my other half, but my better 3/4.
Oh.
And Rooster, you'll be seeing more.
Hey, Rooster.
Rooster, I guess, is what you'd call my first apprentice. All right, so you'll probably be seeing him more on the video and on the videos to come. We're probably in about a week and a half. We're pulling out and headed to Tennessee, and we're excited to see what we can get built down there and see what we can put together. So if you like the video, click like, subscribe. If you haven't, click that bell so you're notified. If you think somebody'd be interested in this, hit share and send it on to them. And if you want to support the content on this channel, we do have a Patreon account, Dry Creek Wrangler. And
Dry Creek Wrangler.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, Mama. Bye, Rooster. Bye. I don't know your name. He has a picture slideshow at the end. This is so cute. Okay, I just want to say, one of my absolute favorite things about camping is how wholesome and down to earth and just straight honest and genuine camping is. Like camping, I don't know how, but it just attracts that kind of like setting or like atmosphere. And like nobody's beefing with each other. You're just camping, you're having a good time, you make a nice warm meal and you eat outside. Like camping is such a wholesome activity. And even doing it by yourself. I really want to do solo camping. To kind of just kind of sit and embrace, you know, everything around you, slow down a little bit. And just kind of be more in touch with yourself and being alone. I really want to do solo camping. And of course, I want to vlog it for you guys at the same time. Not like stream it, obviously, but like film video and then when I get home, edit it. Right? Yeah. I think all the videos have been a good variety. But I think collectively, we can all agree that these videos have been really, really comfy. They're all really comfy. They're all happy. And it's super fun. It's a welcoming kind of community or I guess hobby. Where it's like, oh, you want to learn how to do this? Like survival and like, I think safety #1, of course, but I think all the strategies and the techniques and the ways to do things and everything is super cool. It's a very charming activity, I think. Camping. Yeah. Oh, I want to go camping so bad. Oh my gosh. That was the cutest video. That was definitely the cutest. Honestly, I kind of want to end on that video. We have to end on that video. Yeah, we're gonna end on that video. Holy cow, where's my music? Where's my music? Yeah, that was really comfy. So everyone, where is it? Where did it go? I have all the YouTube videos that we watched in the YouTube description. So if you want to go refer back to those videos, all of it's credited in my YouTube bio. I didn't do that. Yeah, all of this makes me really excited and want to go camping really bad. And it makes me want to share the journey with you guys. Would you guys enjoy that? Would you guys enjoy that? I would really have a lot of fun doing that. Get away, book. Go away. Go away. Yes! Yeah! I think that would be really fun. Moldy, thank you for the 1 month. Thanks to Fire Safety and Handling Lessons Scout Leader Rye. I'm on my way to light the beacons. It's been a pretty fun month. Thanks. Yay! Thank you, Moldy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yay! So, guys, I learned a lot of things. I'm gonna sop up all this information. And so when it comes to my time, I'm a youngin', but I'm learning. When it comes to the time to make the campfire, I'll be so freaking ready. I feel really confident. Unironically, I feel really confident. Like, if I put you guys outside, do you think you could build a fire? If I just give you, like, that little rod thing for the sparks, I'm pretty confident you guys can make a fire, too. No? Oh. I see some no's, but I see a lot of yeses as well. Rye, thank you for the soup.
Thank you for your greatest stream ever, Rye. Fire emoji.
Greatest
Fire
stream.
emoji. Red emoji.
Fire emoji. Fire emoji. I'm sorry that Scout Sunday took so long for it to actually happen, but thank you guys for being understanding and very patient. Scout Sunday does have a lot of prep needed, and also, for some reason, Sundays are always kind of busy for me and my family. I don't know why. But I'm really happy that Scout Sunday finally happened. There's a running joke where it's like... running joke with my mods where it's like... Okay, make it a joke where it's like... Next week, the next excuse, just drop another excuse video. Just be like, sorry guys, I can't make it to Scout Sunday. I'm in the middle of the Everglades. Sorry, I can't make it to Scout Sunday. I'm on my way to Mars. Every fucking week, just a new excuse video. I'm gonna do that to you guys though. Scout Sunday is so chill. Love it. Yay! That makes you really, genuinely, really freaking happy. I enjoy this a lot. Crispy, thank you for the 5 gifted! Thank you for the 5 gifted subscribers! Oh my gosh. I know you especially must have been waiting for Scout Sunday. I know so many of you guys are like, I'm so ready for Scout Sunday, and then it doesn't happen. That's my fault. That's my fault. Do you guys prefer for Scout Sunday to be later in the day? It is not once a month. It's supposed to be like... It's supposed to be like every 2 weeks. I've been bad. I've been bad. I'm sorry. But thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Wait, is every 2 weeks once a month? Oh. Anyway. Anyway. Oh, you guys like it later in the day. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. Cozy Sunday afternoon stream. Absolutely, I can do that. Yeah. 2 in a row to make up for it. Oh no. I do want to say I will be pretty busy this month prepping for 𝗱𝗃𝗃, and I do want to give attention to the Minecraft event that we have soon. But I don't know if it can be... I have to look at the calendar, but I do know for sure my next Scout Sunday, I want to do a hand cam, and I want to try to do some braiding. Like braiding ropes. Have you guys ever heard of like a survival bracelet? Like a survival rope? I think that could be really fun, or like tying things or knots. I think that could be fun. I have to order off of Amazon ahead. But yeah, like a paracord. That's what it's called, a paracord. My brain is empty when it comes to tying knots. So how on earth am I gonna learn how to tie things for fishing? Because my dad does it for me. Every time I've done fishing, my dad ties it. I'm like, I gotta learn myself. I'm a youngin'. I remember what that gentleman told me. I'm a youngin' and I can't expect everyone to do things for me. I have to tie things my own. Yeah, when it comes to knots, I'm really bad. when it comes to knots, like, I mess up the steps. I mess up, like, does it go up? Does it go down? Does it go left? Does it go under? Does it go forward? Like, what? I don't know. Tying a fishing knot, it's a knot. If it works, it will. No, I've seen like fishing knots where it's like strategic, where it's like there's different types of knots for fishing. But anyway, we're gonna try to learn some. We're gonna start easy. We're gonna start with paracords. We're gonna start with ropes. And if I'm good with that, I might be better when it comes to fishing. Because I also want to do a stream where I'm doing fishing hooks as well. Because there's like kits on Amazon. It's like an introduction to baits, fish baits, and you can kind of learn how to hook them on the hook and stuff. So I want to try to do a stream on that as well. But again, Scout Sunday is gonna be a lot of learning together because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's gonna be a lot of learning together essentially. Watching videos, taking notes, and then doing it. You know. Obviously, I can't do a fire on stream with a hand cam. That's just stupid. But I think you guys could absolutely try and participate when it comes to the fishing hook streams or like the paracord of rope streams. So those type of Scout Sundays, I absolutely think that we can have you guys like participate. So like if I buy a rope off of Amazon, maybe you guys can try to find a rope yourself, and then we can try to follow some YouTube tutorials on stream. You guys want to do that? You guys want to do that? Yeah, square knot. I don't even know what a square knot is. But yeah, I don't know how to tie knots. I do not know how to tie knots. Like, I could tie a bow, like, on my shoe. Other than that, I don't know how to do anything. When I tell you my brain is empty, my brain is absolutely empty. So, yeah. But with that, that concludes Scout Sunday. This is a really solid Scout Sunday. It's almost like a 3-hour stream. But I'm really happy to hear that you guys enjoyed Scout Sunday. I'm also trying to be quiet because it's a late stream and my parents went to sleep like an hour ago. So I had to switch to my quiet mode. Yeah, I don't know if you guys could tell, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the badge. I forgot to bring up the badge, guys. My bad. Okay. Alright. Are you guys ready to see the badge that you guys get? You ready? 3. Wait. Where is it? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! That is the badge that you will wear. It is yours. You will get the PNGs. So go onto our Discord, go onto the bread bank, and look at the entrance area on our Discord. There's going to be a channel that I will reveal to you guys in just a second. I'm kind of bad with Discord technology. Hold on. ちょっと待ってください. Okay, so view channel. Message? No, you cannot send messages. You can read message history. That should be it. Ta-da! Okay, now the Bun Buds can view the channel. Please react for a fire safety badge. If you guys see it, I hope you guys see it on the Discord. It's called Scout Badges. It is a new channel underneath the entrance. So go ahead and react to that and you'll have a new badge. Now, I did have a question for you guys. Did you want the badge to show up above the Bun Bud badge? Because I can absolutely do it where the fire badge shows in the general chat. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want that? I could move the permissions. I can move the permissions. Sure. Okay. I can do that. Yeah, but please react for a fire safety badge. You are now unprofessionally trained. You are now role-played trained on fire safety. Congratulations. Okay, let me change the rules for a bit. If I remember how to do that. Server settings, roles. Fire safety. And that will go up. Puppies. There we go. Okay, now try chatting in the general chat. Whoa, you guys are red? Oh shit, that's kind of cool. Enjoy the fire safety badge on the Bread Bank Discord. Wow, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I put it above the 𝗱𝗲𝗏 member badge. Okay, you know what? Sure, I'll put it up there too. I'll put it up there too, just to see what it looks like. I'm not sure if you guys want it above. Okay, is that? Okay, everyone's gonna be red now. It's spreading! It's spreading! Take it out! I have a GIF for this. I don't know how to spell this word. Extinguish. There we go. Anyway, everyone, thanks for coming by on Scout Sunday. Thank you so much. I'm very happy that this finally happened. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow. There's a game I want to stream tomorrow. Fuck, I have to make a schedule. It's already Sunday? Holy cow. I should have released a schedule. I'll probably work on it after this stream. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys look forward to the next Scout Sunday. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, or follow me on Twitch, or check out my Patreon. I posted a picture of my cosplay work in progress on my Patreon. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's pretty cute. I like pretty cute. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, youngins. Thanks, youngin' breads. Don't forget to stay moldy, okay? Stay safe. Drink some water. Stay safe. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And without further ado, bye. Bye-bye. Stay moldy.